and fill out an application. That's Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City, handling all of your plumbing needs. Use your head. Call Olmsted.
Paige Bias of East Lincoln High School is this month's McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, WhatsUpShopper.com Scholar Athlete of the Month. Paige is the daughter of Ann and Mark Bias of Stanley. She is captain of the swimming team and also plays tennis. She has a 4.14 grade point average. Her advanced courses include calculus, literature, and government. She is also studying private, pilot, ground, and introduction to aviation at Elizabeth City State University. Her extracurricular activities include Girl Scouts, where she has won the bronze and silver awards, the Beta Club, the National Technical Honor Society, FAA Aviation Workforce, and is an NC State Satellite Campus student. Paige is a member of the Lake Forest Church, where she is a summer camp counselor. She is also involved in Christian ministries and is the manager of the local community pool. After graduation, Paige plans to get a degree in aviation with a minor in aviation management. The McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and WhatsUpShopper.com Scholar Athlete Award is to recognize a student athlete not only for accomplishments in athletics, but also for overall achievements in the classroom and for overall school and community citizenship. Take the escalator of savings to the second floor at Kirk's Premium Outlet. It's bedtime with queen-size Regal comforters for just $19. Regal Comfort wearable throws are $19. And Virabella 5-piece full or queen-size quilt sets are $27.50. Kirk's Premium Outlet has 52 by 69-inch room rugs for $35. Briarwood metal flagpoles are priced at $17. Check out the variety of animal stools for $93. And flip-flops just 50 cents each at Kirk's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New Oak Road in Gastonia. Like them on Facebook, too.
Eddie's Auto Parts in Lincoln, your locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts store, does it all when it comes to your automotive needs. Hey, did you know they can mix paint and match factory colors? And they'll go one step more. They can even put it in a spray can for you. Hey, it's grass cutting season. See Eddie's Auto Parts for your interstate lawnmower and tractor batteries. The absolute best battery on the market today. That's Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street in Lincoln, your locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts dealer.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
It's Ram Truck Month at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. Ram Truck Month is the time to get exclusive deals. Now get $1,825 bonus cash on Ram's most popular new 2022 Ram 1500 Classic models. Or get $2,000 bonus cash on new 2022 Ram 2500 and 3500 models. Go big. Ram Truck Month is on now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
I only do things incredible can, 'cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me, 'cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you, 'cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, 'cause that's who I am.
Kevin, Zach, Tom, and Terry, and their menagerie on sports and whatnot. And we also want to thank McDonald's of Cherryville for supporting our breakfast and our radio show every Saturday morning.
That's right. Check out McDonald's of Cherryville, right up the road here, right on 150, right here in Cherryville, North Carolina. Thank you. Had a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin this morning. Terry, what you eating?
A mouthful.
That's what I'm saying.
We got to save that 3-second clip.
I mean, Zach, how was your breakfast?
It was good. I'm sorry, he's stuffing his face currently with McDonald's breakfast.
Tom, you wolfed down too before you figure out whose biscuits was who.
I'm hungry. When I get here, I'm hungry. I'm just going to tell you.
I'm going to ask Terry with his mouth just full of food. Good job, Tom.
Well, I'm having an egg and cheese biscuit this morning from McDonald's. I want to thank Mr. Kuthan and the gang from up there for taking care of us every Saturday. And as Terry wolfs that down and maybe gets a little drink of water, he'll tell us what.
Yeah, egg and cheese biscuit, Tom. That's what I'm having over here.
All right, egg and cheese biscuit.
All right.
Oh, happy Saturday. Good morning, everybody. So, got a little trivia to start the morning. Let's see if the guys can guess it, Zach. I got a little piece of memorabilia for the room. And I'm going to hold it up for the guys. I know they're going to know who these people are. I think. We'll see for the camera. Make sure they can get it on here. Whoop, I'm over here. All right. So who are these folks here, Terry?
Well, the one to your left, Scottie Pippen.
We got Scottie Pippen.
Tom, you get to do the one to the right.
Tom should know it. He played for the Cavaliers.
He did.
For the folks listening on the radio.
Right?
Got a little.
For the folks listening on the radio, you can watch every Saturday show.
I could tell.
On YouTube, live, every
Can't
Saturday.
tell
and
Pippen.
all the way during the week. Who's Rain Man?
Yeah, the Rain Man. That gives you a little bit of a.
It says Rain Man over here. Cameras are backwards in there.
I tell you what, you put
Got
me
you
on.
stumped.
He got in trouble. He got. Let me get one more clue.
He's kind of fat in this picture. He used to not be fat.
And he just got in trouble about 2 months ago for a firearm, if you remember.
Cleveland Cavalier, Tom. A Cleveland Cavalier, great, all-time great. That's Sean Kemp, Tom. So anyway, this is an artist drawing.
That's Sean Kemp?
Yeah. You don't remember he got fat? All right, so now.
That's Sean Kemp?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, it says Rain Man.
I didn't know he played for Portland.
Now, Tom, do you know where this is from? Terry, do you know where this is from? We talk gambling as a hint. I'm going to give y'all a hint.
A casino.
No. This is from the infamous Tim Donaghy playoff cheating series
didn't know that.
between Portland and L.A. when they cheated the Portland Trailblazers out of a championship to get the L.A. Lakers in the championship when the fouls were like 35-13, Tom, in game, I think 6, one of them. When Portland was about to win the series, they're up 3-2, and in game 6, it was 35-13.
I wasn't prepared for the quiz this morning.
Listen, you should be prepared every Saturday.
I just wasn't prepared for the quiz this
It's
morning.
almost like the Golden State free throws.
The 160-80 in a what 6 game 7 game was it 6 or 7 they got.
That is pretty cool. Where'd you get that?
Uncle James. He's a Portland fan. So
wow.
He was.
Was he at that game?
Well, yes, Tom.
Wow.
You know what? I'm going to say I don't know. He could have bought that.
Yeah.
Very well off there. But he did go to a ton of games. I'm not going to say he wasn't. So there's a very good chance that he was. His brother lived out there. So his brother had season tickets. So it might be from his brother, actually, looking at that. I do want to start off a little bit today. Tom, we'll let you start while I pull some of this up. I want to honor some of our this week's Student Scholar Athlete Awards. Mm-hmm. And but before we'll let you start with Burns making the state championship after defeating Moorhead in the last few days. So Burns makes their first baseball state championship in school history. Huh?
Yeah, I just want to congratulate Coach Lenhart and his staff and the great job that they've done this year with that team. And went up and beat. They had this pitcher. Ooh, he's going to NC State. They said all this stuff. Ooh, he's going to. I was like,
well, you should have known y'all would beat him then.
Can he throw a strike? I mean, I know a lot of kids that throw hard and can't throw a strike, but the people that went to the game said that we hit him pretty well. They said we don't have a problem hitting fastballs, and jumped on them. It was 8-0 before the third inning.
Yeah.
And just did a great job getting those kids mentally prepared. It's hard to ride a bus a couple hours and get off and play a baseball game. So It's just a good job to our kids and our staff, and just very proud of them. That's why I got my Burns, representing Burns today. So just congratulations. It was the first state championship, our first appearance in the state championship. And I think it's not only a tribute to our staff and our guys and the work that they've put in, but I think it's a tribute to the competitive baseball that you play around here. You know, you're playing a lot of teams. You know, Rutherford County is always competitive. Cleveland County is always competitive. And a lot of the teams they play, now some of the ones in the conference we know aren't, but a lot of the non-conference, and, you know, playing in these Easter tournaments versus teams like Kings Mountain, they've challenged themselves, and in the end it pays off. So who won the game last night? We have to look.
Yeah.
South Granville won. Okay, yeah.
Got a pretty good matchup,
Yeah.
1-3.
South Granville wins from the East. And I guess we need to let our listeners know where they're going to be, Kevin, because it was up in the air until
Well, I don't think it's said yet. So South Granville is 22-4 on the season. Burns 26-4. So both teams with 4 losses on the season. South Granville is a 4 seed coming out of the East. So you folks, that are looking at the brackets in North Carolina, the East is on the left.
Yeah, that's real
In the
smart.
West.
It's Q Tucker. She's brilliant.
If you're looking at the map here in North Carolina, but South Granville got here through. Let's go through their bracket. In the 3 seed, they beat a 30 seed Princeton 1-0, and then beat West Craven 6-3, and then they beat a 22 seed South Lenore 10-4, and then they beat the 2 seed 15-0. So, Tom, they beat the 30 seed 1-0. I'm guessing that's their number 2 pitcher.
Probably.
But still, why do you only got 1 run off of them?
Yeah, I know.
And then you beat the 2 seed 15-0. So they've only give up 7 runs in the 4 games, 3 against the 14 seed, 4 against the 2 seed. Looking at the Bulldogs road, first game, remember, we talked about a little about this last week, with a 2-run victory in the first game, and then 3 straight 1-run victories over East Gaston, Lincoln Charter 4-3, and then West Oaks 4-3. I'll get that down there.
Yeah, just
and
close
that leads
ball
to
games.
Burns at
Yeah,
South
it looked like
Granville,
pretty good
the
pitching,
1
too.
versus 3 matchup. And again, we don't know anything about that.
I figure, Tom, y'all should be congratulating West Lincoln.
Why's that?
Uh-huh.
Congratulating
Can't
West
wait to hear
Lincoln.
this.
Yeah. Getting y'all off to a great start because y'all beat us 11-1 first game of the year.
Thanks for the tune-up, Terry.
Okay. I was just making sure, you know.
But they, all high school teams make errors. I don't care what high school team you got. I mean, it's a hard game, and they're going to make errors. But in the games that I was able to see, a lot of times I'm umpiring, so I don't get to see them. But they do enough to win every game. You know what I mean? They just know how to win. They've been in those tough ball games you brought up. Those 1-run ball games, and they've come up and been successful when it matters. And when I watched that West Oaks game and they got ahead and they had to have a few plays there at the end of the game, or they had to have that timely hit, they had it. So, I mean, they just know how to do it when it matters. And it's just a knack for it. You know what I mean? It's like some people can do it and some people can do it when it really matters. And, they've got some guys that can get a hit in a pinch and make a play in a pinch, and that's why they are where they are. So congratulations once again. And, Chris White, also our athletic director, has been on that staff and helped out that team. He's got a lot of experience, and they've done a great job with those young men, and they're young. They don't have a lot of seniors. I mean, it's a pretty young team, so they got a chance to be good for a long time.
Good. Well, Tom, the locations are either Burlington Athletic Stadium in Burlington, or Tink Stadium in Holly Springs. Burlington is 121 miles, 2 hours and 13 minutes here from the station. And I'll look up Holly Springs as quick as I can. 146 miles, 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Let's hope it's
here.
not Holly Springs.
It's basically Raleigh.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Southwest Raleigh. It's be like going to Belmont and Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, hoping for Burlington. They got decent facilities there. So in the game, I'm guessing that there'll be a Friday night. They play on Friday, game 1. Then Saturday afternoon, game 2, and then if there's a split, they'll play Saturday evening at those locations. Again, for you Burns fans, of course we'll have radio coverage of that game, And you can always and then check with the school in there. Everybody will know where and what time it starts by the end of the week, I'm sure. So congratulations to the Bulldogs on that, and they'll be playing the South Granville Vikings. Real quick, I do want to go through our scholar athletes. This is sponsored by Mr. Cuthan and McDonald's here in Cherryville in our local schools. So we're going to go down. We'll start with Burns. I'll tell you what, we'll start with Burns. That's while we're talking about him. We're going to start with Mr. Caleb McCabe of Burns, senior at Burns High School with a 4.62 weighted GPA. Captain of the men's soccer team, captain of the swim team, and also a member of the tennis team there at Burns. So congratulations for Caleb McKay for being the Burns High School Scholar Athlete of the Year, Tom.
Oh, yeah, great young man. Taught him a couple times. Took AP classes, a lot of college classes, a lot of challenging classes. And like I said, great swimmer. Tennis team did very well this year. Also a member of the soccer team. So just a great, well-rounded young man off to NC State next year, Terry. I think he told me he's going to study, it's not engineering, environmental science. He's going to study environmental science. So good luck to him. He comes from a real good family, real good young man. It went to his little graduation party he had. His parents threw one for him. So just best of luck to him up there at NC State next year. And he's done the school proud. We are very proud of Caleb McCabe.
All right. Next up from North Lincoln is Bella Ward. Like I said, North Lincoln High School. Bella is a long-distance runner in track and cross-country with a 4.5 GPA. Let's see if it says where she was going to go to school. She's a member of she's undecided upon her graduation, but congratulations, Miss Bella Wood of North Lincoln. Folks, we got their pictures and information on whatsupshopper.com. If you're listening to the radio right now, as always, you can listen to the show. watch the show on YouTube, kdcbroadcasting.com. Kings Mountain's Divinity Irvin of Kings Mountain is this year's senior at Kings Mountain. She's a distance runner cross country team and runs indoor track as well with a 4.68 GPA. After graduation, she plans to attend Southern Western University and major in elementary education. Congratulations, Miss Divinity Irvin. And then we'll have Mr. Will Fowler of Cherryville High School here on KTC Broadcasting on 92.9. Son of, let's see, I skipped over that. 4.5 GPA, catcher for the Ironman baseball team as well. And plans to attend college and major in construction management. Cherryville Ironman, congratulations, Mr. Will Fowler on the Scholar Athlete. And then the final one I have to post right now is Mr. Dalen Lee of Shelby. Dalen, of course, quarterback, Shelby Golden Lions, also plays basketball and baseball for the Lions. Let's see if I can find any of the other information here. He wants to play college in football. So for you scouts out there about all them looking at all the sports that he does plays, football is the one that he's wanting to. So I don't have any of the other info, but congratulations, Mr. Dalen Lee of Shelby. So that's our Scholar Athletes, brought to you by McDonald's, our breakfast as well. Thanks everybody for listening. Saturday Morning Sports Talk. When we come back, we got all kinds of things to talk about today. We've got NBA finals coming up, Eastern Conference finals still going on tonight. We've got Major League Baseball. We've got NFL, college stuff, and more here coming up. And PGA Golf Talk on KTCBroadcasting.com.
We're going back. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron in Carolina Country, WCSL, as we broadcast live again this Saturday from 3 to 7 p.m. at the all-new Seafood Club, located at 2930 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia in Franklin Square. The Seafood Club features the lowest prices around on crab legs in all of Gaston County. Check out the great lunch specials starting at $10, and they have a full bar with all of your favorite drinks. And they have music. Thursday night is karaoke night with live music on Friday and Saturday nights. Be sure to come see us and register to win some great prizes, including a $50 gas card, free rounds of golf, free movies, free t-shirts, and enjoy some fresh seafood samples. So plan now to be there this Saturday afternoon and evening at the all-new Seafood Club. Again, we'll be there from 3 to 7 p.m. for a live radio remote broadcast. The Seafood Club, 2930 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia in Franklin Square. Y'all come. It'll be fun. There's no glory in getting beat up on the job. Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting work done. But Ferris Commercial Mowers help you finish strong and feel good doing it with patented suspension technology. Technology that reduces the effects of uneven terrain, virtually eliminating shock to the chassis and your body, letting you mow faster and get more done. Visit 321 Lawnmower Sales and Service at 14 North Carolina Avenue in Maiden today for a test ride. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
Maynard's Motors Auto Sales in Stanley is a small business that has been open since 2007. They sell Fords, Toyotas, Chevrolets, Mercedes-Benz, and many more. Specialize in work trucks, half tons, 3/4 tons, and 1-ton trucks. If Jason doesn't have it, he can help you find it. Call Jason today or make an appointment to buy any vehicle that is listed on his website. Maynard's Motors, 109 East Chestnut Street in downtown Stanley. Call 704-779-9868. Check out their website at MaynersMotors.net.
Register your dad in this year's KTC Broadcasting WhatsUpShopper.com Father's Day giveaway. Some lucky dad will win a $500 shopping spree at one of our local merchants. Register today at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain, at Sis Family Ford on Oak Street in Forest City, at Bradley's Incorporated on Highway 74 West in Shelby, at Gaston Used Auto Parts on Dogwood Street in Gastonia, at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment on Daniel Road in Forest City, at The Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Medical Center Pharmacy on East Academy Street in Cherryville, at Robbins Paint and Carpet on Commercial Drive in Forest City, and at any of the drop-in stores in Shiloh, Sandy Mush, Bostic, and Forest City. The drawing will be held on Friday, June 16th. Register your dad today. He could be our $500 Father's Day shopping spree winner.
It's NASCAR's most challenging event. The Coca-Cola 600.
Trouble, two cars get together. Ryan Priest is sideways with Chris Buescher. Everybody checks up here.
Those four fresh Goodyear shot Chase Elliott out of a cannon on the bottom. He's back out front in the Coca-Cola 600.
Problems along the front stretch.
The Coca-Cola 600. Sunday, May 28th at 5 p.m.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at kdcbroadcasting.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
That's on me. And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. I can actually now see myself.
There you go.
Well, to be honest, the TV in here was on golf last week, and then this morning I had to change the
Never in my
HDMI.
life
I think,
seen
because to be
somebody
honest,
so excited.
that way I know.
Seeing it.
I mean, normally I'm blind, running blind in here.
He couldn't figure out the input button, I guess.
Well, no, it was still blank. I didn't know if I had to change it or what. I mean, thank you for telling me it was HDMI. Now that helped. I mean, I had a feeling it might be that. But
how's your breakfast, JP?
It was good.
And just remind our listeners, Saturday Morning Sports Talk is brought to you by McDonald's in Cherryville, and so are Scholar Athletes. Brought to you by McDonald's in Cherryville.
All right, we don't do this. I don't do this much, but I do got a little. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. This is a little bit of a. It's called. Terry, you ever listen to Radioactive? You ever see these? Where they do the mix from the radios and have to beep out the drivers and everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna listen to a little bit of this. This is from the All-Star race. I don't know if Tom and Zach and Terry and JP is gonna be ready for it all, but we're gonna go with it. Give me one. All right, Zach, let's try it.
Reborn North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Big thank you to the state of North Carolina, NASCAR, everybody for getting us back here to North Wilkesboro.
This is the perfect track for a race that only one thing matters, and that's going to victory lane.
Oh, you go have a good time. Go win this thing. All right, fellas. Another $1 million. Let's try and get it. Go have some fun. 200 lap of short track racing.
I can't even explain how good that thing looks out there.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Cool to be at a place like this.
Be fun to go back to back, fellas. Green.
It's the NASCAR All-Star Race.
That was a bad deal right there on the start.
It's out of control and plowing. Pretty loose.
We have good drive. It just needs to turn better.
Yeah, that a boy. That a way to get that early point. Remember what we talked about with throttle here, man. No speed going wide open. Holy crap, this thing's terrible. You can't even touch the gas pedal.
That's Kevin Harvick.
Make sure I know what the gap is behind the 11.
Joe Logano.
2/3 better to Denny. Car that lap. Be faster here.
That was more Kevin Harvick.
Stenhouse.
What happened there? Turn from the third lane to the bottom. All good. Not your fault. He come down. Honestly, I think our play here is...
Terry Stenhouse wrecks by her race,
all the time.
4 tires going on the jack. All the way. Left side's on the hash. Blue.
And then he won one, didn't he? He won the 500. Is that what he won? What did he win? Oh, it's something like that.
We are back under green.
Back out there barely. Now even. Clear. Side's going to try to put you in the middle.
So, Terry,
So there's 45 right
how'd it
there.
look on TV besides the
Don't forget
blowout?
about that grip blow off of fourth.
Well, it looked good, but I mean, Kyle Busch never was a factor.
No.
29's loose. Inside.
Petty car looked good.
Yeah, he kept complaining about his car.
Let him have it.
Kyle Larson takes third place away from Logano.
That dude right there was
Larson
just
drove by Denny
fantastic.
Hamlin. Now he has his sights set on that leader, 99.
Got a run here. He's inside. He had better tires, so back to your rhythm here.
Guys wearing other tires that much, so they have to fit under green.
Yep. Dang. I am freaking wrecking everywhere. Wrecking. Steer to
There
green.
you go. That's what I was saying. That's right.
Kyle, let me get a chance to get out of your way.
That 5 car is checked out. He's got a 12-second lead.
Put it out. This will be the
Tom, you did just see Kyle Busch bump somebody out of the way, so it didn't matter. You saw it.
2, 1 on the side.
Just witness them before they get mad at Ross Chastain at some point.
We got to go to the tail for uncontrolled tire. It got it before it left. I didn't even roll. I thought that was the rule. Best car out here, so we'll try to fabricate something. You better get a fabricator, so we got our work cut out now. All right, pace goes up. I hear bumper, you're going to get pushed here. Going to get pushed.
Yeah, Terry, just, you know, North Wilkesboro's had a history of guys winning by a lap or so before. You got a couple guys back in the past. Richard Petty famously won by 3 laps here one time. So,
Chase Elliott wearing that back bumper off, moving him up the racetrack. Gonna get it to him again. Shot him way up the racetrack there. That was pretty good
Case
hit.
got him, didn't he?
so there wasn't enough of that.
No, that's what I said.
The track was way wider than they didn't use almost any of the track. It's the only line that, and then that was the hot. And so, you know, Terry, you know what would have probably made it better, and we talked about this when they did the All-Star at Bristol. There's only 23 cars out there. You got 40 cars out there. You know, you got 17 more cars to be in your way.
Yeah.
So you might not pull away like that. You're catching slower guys and having to go through traffic. You remember the Bristol All-Star race was the same thing. Was it Chase that pulled away from everybody? Whoever won that was pulling away. I can't remember who it was, Logano or whoever it was, because there was no traffic to get through. You just kept on. By the time you did catch traffic, it was so far in the run. So I don't know how the All-Star race in itself, if that was a regular points race, 40 points race, I think it would have been different as far as the competition wise. But I don't know about the All-Stars at short tracks. Am I wrong looking at it that way as far as the All-Star goes, or?
I don't know. When I think about racing, and I go back when, and I had to go back when Dale Earnhardt Sr. and them and Terry Labonte and all of them were racing. You could race inside or outside. The outside gave you just as much advantage as the inside did, but up there at North Wilkesboro this past week, it did not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you were on the outside, you had no chance. There's no way you was ever going around somebody. And then once somebody got out in front, like Larson did, Larson just kept pulling away. I mean, you know, he ended up winning by 3 seconds, but I mean, he slowed down there at the end because he was almost 5 seconds ahead of them and just coasting at the end of the race. But his car was exceptional. He run off and did what he's supposed to do for $1 million. And I mean, wasn't no doubt about it when he got out front, nobody's going to catch it, but he did come from the back to the front. And that, you can't say, well, he didn't have to go through people, because he did. He went through the whole
he had to
the
restart.
whole group. Yeah,
he caught speeding on pit road. So Terry, I'm gonna pull up some shots of Old North Wilkesboro and see if we get.
But I'm just saying, though, Kyle Busch. I mean, you could tell from the start that he wasn't going to have no, chance to win it. Kept complaining about his car.
When's the last time North Wilkesboro was like in the season?
This is it right here. 96 is this is the last race.
96.
Jeff Gordon won this race right here.
I didn't realize it'd been that long.
96, right, Terry? That's when this one is. Yeah.
Well, a good thing to ask
Might
would
be
be
98. If this was,
go back to the last race and see how many laps the leader led.
Yeah.
I mean, or was he bumped out of the way?
I just wanted to see. There's Earnhardt in front of Gordon right there. I just wanted to see how much space they had, and if it was kind of like the same, having 40 cars out there as opposed to the 20. This one, in this highlight, Earnhardt is leading, and this is Gordon closing. And with 172 laps to go. I know you guys can't see that right there. There you go. And 99, is that Burton, Terry?
Yep, Ward Burton.
No, Jeff Burton.
No.
Oh, no, it's not Ward. Okay.
No. All right, so there's some of that. All right, Terry, so that brought up some, everybody, how we do. We every time somebody wins a race, we name them the greatest person, or win a basketball game or a baseball player, he gets a base hit, name them the greatest of all time. This week they were discussing, is Kyle Larson now the greatest race car driver of all time, Terry? Not just NASCAR, just everything. You think Indy, every person's ever gotten a car. Is Kyle Larson the greatest one of all time? And this was on a nationally syndicated show, or not syndicated, nationally online watch show, stream, and talking about Kyle Larson. And one guy, they were talking about what does he got to get to, and this is what they said. And to see if this reminds you of LeBron talk, Zach. They said if Kyle Larson wins 60 races, and 5 championships, he's the greatest NASCAR driver of all time.
Even though that wouldn't be the most.
I'm going to say that again out loud. 60 races and 5 championships. Mm-hmm. Neither of which is the most of ever, Tom. So, that's what I was wanting to say is this not the same thing as the LeBron folks? Well, this is the best in our generation. Best I've ever seen. So it's the best ever.
Well, I made some people mad at school this week when I went around found my LeBron fans. I was walking around with a broom, Said, how many times Michael Jordan gets swept? Like, they forget. They have no means of comparison. But what did Earnhardt have? 7 championships? Mm-hmm. 7? Okay. How many Jimmy Johnson have? 7. So, I mean, what are we talking about here?
So here's the list.
This is stupid.
All-time wins, Petty 200, Pearson 105, Gordon 93, Waltrip and Bobby Allison 84, Jimmy Johnson sitting at 83, Yarborough 83, Earnhardt 76, Kyle Busch at 62, Terry and Kevin Harvick at 60. So all they've got to do is get in the top 10 and win 4 or 5 championships, and he'll be the greatest of all time, Terry. What kind of, like I said, what kind of LeBron James math makes that? Why do we do this nowadays? I don't. Let's see. We'll go down. Yeah, Denny Hamlin's got 49.
16, 15, 16.
He's got 21 wins.
Okay,
and 1 championship.
A while ago.
The GOAT, Terry.
I'm not going to take anything away from him. There's a long way to go before you can put him as one of the top drivers.
This is the same thing as Trout, isn't it?
Now,
like talking about him, and he's got 300 home runs.
No playoff wins.
Well, let's don't even put him in a subject until he gets to 50. I mean, how long is it going to take him to get to 50? And then let's talk about Kyle Larson.
So he's behind. Bobby Labonte's got the same number of wins and championships. Nobody's calling him the GOAT. Terry Labonte's got more wins and 2 championships.
Ricky Rudd.
I met Rex 23. White. Martin Truex.
Yeah, Ricky Rudd's got 23 wins, man.
32 wins and a championship. Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Keselowski, Dale Jarrett. All these people are above him in wins and championships that I'm naming. Matt Kenseth. Mark Martin didn't win a championship. Got 40 wins.
There's the murderer, Tony Stewart.
Bill Elliott. Manslaughter. 42. Diddy Ham's got 49.
Yeah. There you go. When he gets to Junior Johnson, Ned Jarrett, There you go. There's your 50.
I think that's a good line.
Yeah, there's your 50.
Well, Terry, Kevin Harvick's got 60 and 1. He's got to catch him, don't he?
You know.
And Denny Hamlin's got 49 wins. He ain't got there yet.
I mean, I just look at it because of the guys that's got that 50. Just look at the two guys that have the 50 and who they are, Ned Jarrett, Junior Johnson. If you can get up there into the 50 range, hey, you know, I see you Hall of Fame. I understand every bit of that because you're probably one of the best racers they have been. But to make you the best, I mean, you're going to have some more championships because you can't be compared unless you got more.
I think they said 5 championships.
I mean, you know,
but
to
that's
me,
a lot of work, though, ain't it, Terry?
Yeah, it is.
People don't realize that.
I mean, to win 2 takes a lot.
Well, just in
anything over 2, I mean, you just put yourself in an elite group.
I was looking at that thing the other day saying that most teams don't even win. So it's just in the NBA, is most teams don't even win back-to-backs in the NBA anymore. And so LeBron did it once. Jordan did it 4 times, technically. But, like, the back-to-backs, and then Jimmy Johnson won 5 times, and was it 3 or 4 different cars in point series? And so to think you're just going to sit here and win in these new cars and they're trying to make it even and everything to win 7 or 5 championships and then 50 wins when you're sitting at 21.
Here's your deal with this, and
this
is how
I'm sure he's going to. Kyle Busch right now is Terry is 62-2, and he's and he had to race pretty aggressively to get a lot of that. Is Kyle Larson somebody's going to wreck people to get 62 wins and 2 championships? I just don't know because he's having an more even car. And to me, you might have to do that going forward, aren't you?
You may.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, to me though, I mean, 50. I'm gonna put you up there, but once you do that, and this is how I look at it. To be compared, you're going to have 50 wins plus 4 titles, 3 or 4 titles to even be compared.
Put it this way, Terry.
NASCAR's, I mean, plus, I mean, this is what I want to say. If you were so dominant last week at North Wilkesboro and you won by 3 seconds, could have won by more because I know he slowed down at the end just to stay out of the way of other people so he could win this $1 million, and I do not blame him one bit. But if you were so competitive and all of a sudden they want them to know about, are you the greatest? Okay, going to Charlotte this week, this is how I look at it. Going to Charlotte this week, don't you think you should have been the number 1 guy that they say is going to win this race? No, they're not talking about him. They're talking about Denny Hamlin. So if you were so dominant, don't you think your name should be mentioned this week first instead of Denny Hamlin?
I mean, Jimmy Johnson isn't even totally retired yet. And we just talk about him like he's garbage.
Yeah.
7-time, 5 in a row, 83 wins. And we're talking to Mr. Captain 21 over here. So if you did your Mount Rushmore, you'd have your 3 sevens, and then who? Who would your 4th one be? Zach and Terry and Tom.
Man, even though I don't like him, I'd have to say Jeff Gordon. You know?
So we got top 3. We're going to say it's going to be Petty, Earnhardt, and Jimmy.
Right. Yes.
Oh man, that's tough.
Then who's 4?
I'm split. I would take Gordon or Bobby Allison there too.
See, you could put Waltrip on there, but he fell off. So I mean, in the '90s, he was.
I'm gonna have to go. Jeff.
84 wins, 3 championships. Jeff Gordon, 93
I'm gonna have to go
wins.
Gordon 4.
Now here's Gordon.
All right, here's your difference, and y'all picking Gordon.
Gordon lost races and championships to both Dale Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson. And he still ended up with 93 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy's got set.
But then you also have to say David Pearson with 105.
I was getting ready to say,
racing against Richard Petty.
True. So either way, let's say we're arguing over those 3 for the 4th spot. So you just to get to 4, what is Kyle Larson? You're telling me 50 and 5 is going to get him past?
He's going to have a hard time even getting into the Mount Rushmore.
With 50 wins or 60 wins, is going to get him past those 80s and 100 wins?
No, because, I mean, you think about Gordon. He was racing against.
What puts you there?
Well, here you are. Kyle Busch has 2, and he's at 62 wins. Kevin Harvick's got 1, and he's at 60.
Mm-hmm.
So, Larson, what are you going to have to do? Get to 50 and have 4?
I mean, Harvick's pretty much done as far as winning.
Yeah.
So, Kyle Busch can win some more wins, and he probably win a championship if he gets lucky enough and gets in, depending on the playoffs goes. But I don't think Harvick can. So, it's just insane to just even
to do it now.
You're right. It's
to
not
do
even
it
close.
now.
Not even close. All right, this weekend's schedule real quick. We'll go through that. In Charlotte 600 weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Please be safe out there.
You'll be safe because you'll be inside watching it rain.
Yeah, that's going to. When they're going to race it? Tuesday?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, every Saturday, Tom, Debbie, Downers, and Avani.
It'll be tomorrow night.
Kevin, have you looked at the weather? You can't race NASCAR in a downpour.
Don't look at the weather when you're going golfing and racing, Tom.
You ain't going golfing. You ain't going racing.
Are y'all
You're
not
gonna
watching?
You're going to sit in your house.
The forecast? Y'all know it's not pay attention to weather forecast.
I heard it's going to be awful 3 days in a row.
No, it's not.
No, it's not going to rain until Monday. They keep putting it off because it's a slow moving
and it
system.
might not do
3
that.
meteorologists sitting here
because it's probably going to clear out tomorrow evening.
We'll just put Hugo.
Okay, guys, buy your tickets. Go ahead, go to the race.
We'll put the Hugo special on. We'll get the.
Yeah.
Well, according to meteorologists,
can't talk to these guys.
The Three Stooges over here.
Right,
one of them thinks it's going to be awful. One of them thinks.
Yeah, you're lost again, Tom.
Anyway, it is supposed to rain today.
Quit drinking before work. Quit day drinking, Terry.
I'm telling you.
At least wait till nighttime.
I sure am glad I come in here every week.
I tell you what, I don't know why I come in here.
Lost.
I have no idea why I come in here. Even if the kids watching at home just basically say, "What is wrong with that man?" And I say, "I don't know."
Here's from
He's teaching me.
Kids don't just ask that; adults ask that.
What is wrong with that?
So Saturday, in the 50s, 90% chance of rain. Sunday in the 60s, 70% chance of rain. Monday, 70s with a 40% chance of rain. I'm trying to find someone had the chance of racing.
We'll race it Monday night.
According to the timelines. But somebody did say that there could be an opening tomorrow evening because the race is not supposed to start until 6:30.
I'll be darned.
So they could start it and get it going. They got all night to technically run and Monday too.
Most people are off on Monday anyway, Tom. So.
Well, that and everyone, it's a Charlotte race. They can race this on Wednesday. So this one will get in at some point. I'm thinking either late Sunday night. They're going to try late Sunday night is what they're going to shoot for. Maybe 8 o'clock start or something like that. But then Monday at noon if it doesn't happen. The weather being Monday at noon, usually your word is going to be 1,000 degrees. But
it'll affect some of the cars too. You're talking about.
Well, it's a totally different
cooler,
race.
Yeah, a lot cooler.
58 degrees. 70. It's going to be 60. Right, 62 Sunday night. No. Sorry, wrong day. It's going to be 55 Sunday night.
That's a cool
Monday, about lunchtime, about 65. So, yeah, it'll be a different race if they get it in. So, all right, folks, stay tuned on KTC. Here's the schedule for this weekend that you were wondering real quick. Saturday today is supposed to be garage hours at 2, practice at 7, qualifying 7:50 for the Cup Series. Xfinity Series is supposed to start at noon. Driver introductions 11:40. Tomorrow, Sunday, drivers' meetings are supposed to start at 5. Red carpet walk at 5:20. Driver introductions, and with that, Coca-Cola 600 scheduled start at 6:20, 6:15ish. Green flag start. We'll see. Well, depending on weather, they'll move that around a little bit. So stay tuned to all your NASCAR available ways to get in touch and follow along and listen to us and on our Twitter and everything too. All right, guys. We come back. We got NBA playoffs, NFL, Major League Baseball, and more. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Kathy Moore, the new owner of Papa's Pizza to Go in Cherryville, invites you to come see them. They are now open 11 a.m. till 9 p.m., Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in or take out at Papa's Pizza to Go. Just call 704-435-6335 and enjoy their big buffet on Wednesdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. until 7:30. It's all you can eat. Check out their new menu with pizza, subs, wings, salads, and more. And check out the new games, too, in the game room. Papa's Pizza to Go, 1002 East Main Street in Cherryville. Online at papaspizzatogo.com and like them on Facebook, too.
It's NASCAR's most challenging event. The Coca-Cola 600.
Trouble, 2 cars get together. Ryan Priest is sideways with Chris Buescher. Everybody checks up here.
Those 4 fresh Goodyear shot Chase Elliott out of a cannon on the bottom. He's back out front in the Coca-Cola 600.
Problems along the front stretch.
The Coca-Cola 600. Sunday, May 28th at 5 p.m.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at KDCBroadcasting.com. It's Ram Truck Month at Marburger Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, and Shelby. Ram Truck Month is the time to get exclusive deals. Now get $1,825 bonus cash on Ram's most popular new 2022 Ram 1500 Classic models. Or get $2,000 bonus cash on new 2022 Ram 2500 and 3500 models. Go big. Ram Truck Month is on now at Barburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too.
The Lincoln Country Club has been challenging golfers since 1946 with tree-lined fairways, ponds, creeks, and sand bunkers. Select from 4 sets of tees to play from. Give them a call at 704-735-1382. Again, 704-735-1382. The Lincoln Country Club, 2052 Country Club Road in Lincoln. Visit their website at golflcc.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin the Gang.
North, that's what they'll do. They'll cut across that line. What is it, JP?
Not much. Not much.
You watching Little Mermaid this weekend?
I won't probably go see it this week. I don't know. To be honest, I want to be excited about it, but to be honest, then again, live action Disney doesn't exactly have the best track record.
JP,
So-
when another man asks you if you're going to see The Little Mermaid, you say no. That's what you say. No, I'm not going to see that. That's what you say, and then you go see it if you want. But you know he's
Tom,
going to
I
hammer.
probably am going to go see it just to spite you now.
Okay. Okay. So
There's a big Little Mermaid controversy this week, Tom.
Kevin, are you going to go see The Little Mermaid?
Yes.
You have children.
There, I have a daughter.
Okay.
Now-
Zach, are you going to go see The Little Mermaid?
No.
Okay. Terry, are you going to see The Little Mermaid?
No.
I thought I was going to say yes.
See,
I was
JP,
looking
that's
at
what you say.
yeah.
If you once you have children, now you have an excuse. Or you could say, I'm going to take my niece or my nephew or something like that.
I don't blame you.
He's a
JP.
movie
Go see it.
connoisseur, Tom.
Exactly.
He watches movies like you watch the Cleveland Browns.
When I went into broadcasting production, I never paid attention to movies. Now that I've been in the broadcasting production, I pay attention to every single movie I see. More than I ever did before.
I understand what he's saying. You watch weird. You look at stuff a little bit weirdly. How do they do this? How do they do that? Why do they do
Who
this?
produced this movie, Mermaid?
Disney.
Disney. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
It's a Ron DeSantis production.
That is not what it is.
It's a Ron DeSantis production.
Not.
So, JP, well, I appreciate it. I've got something down the hall I want you to look at here in just a few minutes, actually, JP.
Okay.
All right, well, welcome back to the show.
A mermaid.
Brought to you by, it's not a mermaid. You can see those at Myrtle Beach. It's like $70 to meet a mermaid. Tom, you want to meet a mermaid?
Not right now.
Yeah, the controversy there real quick was Ursula, was she an octopus or a squid? Did you know?
I haven't given it much thought.
He's an octopus.
She was
Obviously.
originally an octopus, but in
So
post
JP
productions
knew
and anime and stuff, JP, that they cut off two of her legs and a lot of the stuff with only 6. There's a big argument whether she's going into this movie whether she's a squid or an octopus. I just wanted to get you in on that. All right, NBA, Terry, Game 6 tonight, Celtics and Heat. Tommy, when you left here, I thought the Heat were up.
They were.
They're still up.
3-2 now.
Are they still going to win?
I say, yeah, they're going to win one more game. It's hard to win 4 in a row. I don't know if they can do it, but I'll tell you what, they've been playing around. They've kept Boston in it, and Boston's a good team. So has a team ever come down for 3? As somebody said on TV, no, never done it.
0 and 150.
Wow.
So
But there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, statistics are on their side. But I think they have to win it tonight if they're going to win it. I don't think they want to go back to Boston at all.
Let me put it to you like this. Jimmy Butler gets on television and says, "Oh, we're going to win." Let me put it to you, Jimmy Butler. If you don't win tonight, y'all lose. I'm just going to flat out tell him. If you don't win tonight, Boston's going to win this series, be the first team to come back from 0-3. Because if you have to go back to Boston, can you imagine how pumped that's going to be?
Yeah. It'll be crazy there.
You know, your opportunities tonight. Butler, I mean, to me, you got to have 35.
He has no supporting cast at all there.
He's got to have 35 tonight. He's got to take control of the game. But I like what the Boston has done. You're talking about doing things different because who's the guy that plays the middle for Miami?
Adebayo.
Yeah. But Adebayo, they switching on him now. Whoever's guarding him, they just switch. So whoever he picks up is guarding him. So it might be Smart. Next time it might be Horford. Next time he don't know what he's going to have to go against now because Boston's not like having the same guy stay with him when he makes the cuts and everything. And that's hurting him because now they're all over him when he's touching the ball. And I think that has took him almost completely out of the game. But then on the other end, Butler's just a guy that you just have to say, go play. I mean, at the first two games that they played against them, nobody could stop Butler. Then when you say something to Butler, that makes it even worse. And then, you know, we've seen what happens there. But now, the last game, Butler had, 14 points? Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, he become non-factor. So whatever Boston's doing, and I do like the staying with the guys because that's how Boston was built for this team. Anybody could guard anybody, you know, and I like that. But, you know, to me, Boston, here you go. Your opportunity tonight, you're the best road team playoff wins that's in the NBA right now, and you got another opportunity tonight. If you survive tonight, then Boston wins this series going back to Boston.
I just hate the NBA where every game you can just 13 points, 17 points, 28 points last 3 games, and you're just like, how? Like,
I mean, the last 2 games, if you just look at that, Miami, you might have been up 3 games to none and not caring and not playing hard or whatever, but you have been destroyed by the Celtics the last 2 games.
It's just like, if Carolina and Duke play 3 times, all the games are going to be within like 10 points. Nobody's going to beat anybody. We're not going to beat you by 28 this game, and you're going to beat me by 25 in the Dean Dome. Like, that's not how it works. But in the NBA, it does every game. It's just incredible to me how
I had a hard time watching that last game. I'm sitting there watching it, and I was trying to enjoy it, but everybody stands at the 3-point line. That's all they got. One guy in the middle.
Firing away.
And they're firing away, and it frustrates me to no end.
What I hate is every drive is a foul. Every drive-in foul.
Some of those were, if you guys are watching, were awful. I mean, I think it was on Butler. He wasn't even touched. And they called a foul on him. They're saying next year that they're going to try this in the summer league. That if you are caught flopping, that it's going to be a technical foul.
It should be.
No.
Is that wrong?
No. What just?
Are you saying that what they're trying to do?
Well, let me ask you, if someone flops, what's the worst thing that happened?
No, I'm saying if they got the.
No. I'm asking if you're watching a basketball game. And J.J. Redick flops, what's so bad about that?
There's really nothing if you finish your play.
Right. If I'm on offense, if you flop, thank you for laying on the floor.
That's exactly right, because you just made my job easier.
Like, I don't get all it is protecting the referees from missing their call by saying, well, if it's not a charge, that means that's a technical foul. Well, then that means, think about it. Why would I take a charge then? I'm never going to take a charge. Because if the end result is if you don't think I got set in time, it's a tech. I'm not taking a charge. No.
That's not a flop, though.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the LeBron flop.
Well, who cares?
I have seen
make the good right call.
Lowry flop, and all of a sudden it was like Smart was like, okay, and just lays it in. Because he's left wide open.
I'm also saying my thing is that to me it's just something to protect the referees from. Well, so if LeBron flops and act like he got hit, well then. He acts like an idiot. Like, what's the call?
I think they're just trying to clean it up because it's got so bad on the player side.
You can call a tech for whining for a call. I don't know. I don't get the. There's nothing that Dennis Rodman did. When you're trying to take a charge, and a 280-pound man or 50-pound man puts his chest into you, like as a guard. Like, why would I even try guarding anybody bigger than me if that's what they're going to do? You understand what I'm saying? Like, if they run over me and the ref does not think that it's an offensive foul, that technically means you flopped. Does it not? Because then it would be a foul. It would be an offensive foul. So it's either offensive foul or technical. Am I not right, Terry? If I stand to take a charge, you run over me. I hit the floor. You do not call offensive foul, then it is a flop, technical foul. You get to point in the ball. So why wouldn't LeBron just duck his head and run over everybody? Is that not how that would work? If you hit the floor, it's a flop.
And most of your flopping's coming out right in front of your little point line there underneath the goal. I mean, a lot of this stuff's happening
Unless you're
there.
LeBron, he's flopping at half court.
The refs should just be better.
Nobody's around him.
Call techs when they whine like Tom wants. That's.
Well, that would be all the time against LeBron.
No, every time I say the word Luka Doncic, you say he whines a lot.
He does. I mean, call tech on. Yeah, I just call tech on Luka Doncic because I don't like him. Because I don't like him.
Well, LeBron James.
Call tech on him because I don't like him.
There you go.
LeBron James, same way.
I just think that's what.
LeBron's. I can't stand watching. I can't stand watching him play because
I have a hard time watching LeBron because of his size, his weight. Is way bigger than a bunch of the people he's playing with, but he complains about every foul. I mean, this guy is what? Yeah, 6'9", 270, 275.
He's gentle.
I mean,
he spends
come on.
$1.5 million every year, Terry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Is he a great basketball player? Yes. Is he above his average now? Yes. 38 years old and playing like he does. No, nothing better for the NBA than to have him. But don't complain about every call when you're that size.
In his career, Kevin Love has never not made the finals if his team made the playoffs.
Uh-oh. Scary, ain't it? And they've almost said today
in his career he's never
that Miami needs to take him out instead of letting him play because he's hurting them now.
He was 3 of 7 in the last game with 6 rebounds.
They need to take Kyle Lowry out too.
What's he hurting defense-wise?
They said the overall game that they're playing. Now, okay, what's that? Yeah, that's what I said. I said the same thing. Okay, what is he doing different?
In 14 minutes, he was 3 of 7 with 6 points and 6 boards. So, if he played a starter's minutes, he would have had a double-double.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I like 45%
the thought
from
of
the
him
field.
never make it. Yeah.
45% from the field.
You know how they like to blame stuff.
Oh, they do.
It's the weirdest stuff.
But they had this past week talking about take him out.
I agree, and I'm with Terry. I think if Boston goes in there and wins tonight, Miami's in trouble. And I'm with Tom too. Somebody's going to knock. Somebody's going to be the one to knock that door down to come back from 0-3. I thought LeBron did it against Golden State. Was I wrong about that?
Well, what? No,
were they not down 0-3?
No, it's 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Well, as far as Miami goes, you can't give up 47 points to Marcus Smart and White.
That was brought up. that was brought up this week on some of the ESPN stuff because they're like, and they're shooting very good percentages from the three. It was like 58% from 3 or something.
But the games before it was vice versa.
The starters,
because we were talking about Vincent.
How many did I just say they had? 47 between those two people. The starters for Miami in the last game had 44 points.
They threw somebody else in that thing too.
Marcus Smart. And whoever White is outscored the starters for the Miami Heat.
They threw somebody else in that too. 43. They said that they had like 67 points out of 3 players. I can't remember who the third one was, but
Tate and Brown added together off those 4 people.
This was not like their super starters. This was somebody else.
Nobody else scored more than 5 points. They all stink.
And then, like I said, Miami don't have they've got a lot of scrubs on their team. This
is a scrub contest. I told y'all this. How many weeks ago? West is better than the East. This is scrubs. Look at it. Kevin Love 6 points. Cal Lowry 5 points. Whoever Strusty is 3 points. That's the starters. Highsmith, don't know who that is. He had 15. Caleb Martin keeps scoring more double figures. He's the guy that they want
in place of Love.
And we're talking about they're going to the finals. They're going to get swept in the finals by the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, they'll get killed.
Probably.
Boston will win 1 or 2.
Well, that's about the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What?
Go back and look when they played each other this
Y'all have
year.
nobody that can guard Jokic.
The regular
We've
season.
already
The
beat
regular
'em.
season means nothing.
Terry, the Lakers beat Jokic twice
You've got a team
in the regular
You
season.
got a team that got in the play-in game and is about to go to the NBA Finals. Don't tell me about the regular season. The regular season.
Now,
means
here's the thing, real quick. I want to back up on the play-in game thing. If it was the old format, they would have been in the playoffs. They were a 7 seed, so it's not like them and the Lakers. No, they were the
Miami
Lakers were
was
the 7.
8.
Yeah, that would have been in the playoffs.
They would have been in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
The
is
Lakers, they wouldn't have had to been to play-in. They're not like a magical 10 seed. They're an 8 seed. The 8s and 7s
they
have won
were-
before.
they was
the
already
Lakers were
in.
a 7 seed. And got
But your guys aren't listening to me. They shouldn't. I mean, you're telling me they would have been the last seed of
Yeah.
the
And who did they beat?
In the
Milwaukee.
format.
So it would have been the same thing.
right.
So I'm just saying that what does the regular season mean when your 8 seed
Nothing now.
can go all the way to the finals?
That's
Nothing.
what I'm saying.
they
The
set
more
so many
people
places.
you put in it, the worse it's getting. That's just like the NFL. The more teams they put in it, what are you asking for? It's like the XFL when this 5 and 6 team wins their championship.
Yeah.
Come on. What are we asking?
It's like the NCAA when in 1983 when some crappy team beats the Phi Slamma Jamma. You don't want that to happen.
No, that's bad.
Wait a minute.
Dumbest thing.
That's the same thing, ain't it?
No, those
We don't
are
want upsets, Tom, except when it's my team.
Yeah, that's right.
no.
I'm just saying.
We were way above.
No, the only
500.
reason why I'm saying that, I'm not saying let Miami. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying when somebody says, "Look what they did in the regular season," I'm just saying it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, because half the time they ain't playing anybody else's starters.
They're just trying to win
The
enough.
Joker and all them played against Boston.
They're just trying to win enough games to qualify for the playoffs. Then they play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree there.
Yeah, I'm convinced of that.
If you get to 40, you know you're in.
Right, just get if you can get more, fine. But
I mean, think about 40 and 32. I mean, 40 and 42.
I think they go out there and like, I'm not going to hurt myself.
You're
tonight.
probably in.
I'm not diving on the floor after this ball.
Especially with the amount of money they're making now. I mean,
Yeah.
what they were making back in the 90s.
Mm.
It's nuts.
Well, Nuggets sweep the Lakers.
And
And
if anybody here thinks if we win our series, we win tonight and we win back in Boston, you count the Nuggets out. They've never been there. They don't know what it's like. Boston will beat them in 6.
go ahead, Terry. Keep saying it. Say it
They
again
will.
for the big.
You're
score.
saying that
Exactly.
Boston will beat Denver.
Yes, for sure.
False.
In 6.
False.
Now, you wait and see. You want to step on your little old totem pole over there and
You have bumped
think
your head
not.
again.
There you go.
You have bumped your head again. NC State, when they won, were 8-6 in the conference.
What are you talking
8-6.
about? We was above 500. The XFL, a team won the championship at 5 and 6.
Terry, they were 8-6 in the conference, 3rd place in their conference.
3rd place in their conference.
Mhm.
Well, be darned.
3rd place in their conference.
That means that we wasn't at number 8.
And they did win the ACC tournament.
What seed were they?
They did win
Yeah.
the tournament.
And then who did they beat in that tournament? Yeah, to go ahead and tell all
They
that.
beat Carolina, didn't
Yeah, they beat Virginia, beat Ralph Sampson. Yeah, they beat all of them. Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
And
I
then
mean,
what
I'm
happened
saying-
again? Then we had to play them again in the tournament, the NCAA tournament. Yes, right. Guess what? They lost again.
So Zach, if Nuggets get the
Cozell McQueen outplayed Ralph Sampson.
if Nuggets get the Heat, what you picking?
Nuggets to sweep.
There's no way.
If he said
There's
the Heat,
no
he said the
way.
Heat.
Oh,
Do you know what?
I wouldn't do it for. I
Okay.
think it's going to go
Get rid of
7,
that.
and that could go either way.
At one point in
Either
the
way in
regular
7.
season, State had lost 5 of 6.
You're right, because
Lost to
Derek
Missouri.
Whittenberg was
Yeah.
not playing.
Lost to Missouri, lost to Virginia.
Derek
defeated-
Whittenberg was not playing.
Yeah, I'm just saying they lost 5 out of 6.
When you lose 25 points out of your starting lineup, you don't recover.
And 6 of 8.
Listen to this
What
guy
is
over
it
here.
if Denver wins?
Listen,
I'm just telling you facts,
What do you
Terry.
pick?
Oh,
Series?
God. I'm
4 or
telling you
sweep?
facts.
Yeah, I don't think Miami can beat them at all.
You
They
can't lose
defeated,
25 points and then expect to
If
win.
it's Celtics, what you got?
I'm going to say 4-3 Celtics. 7. Celtics and 7.
NC State was a 6th seed when they won.
Tom, we're
Who's the
done.
home? Who would get the home? Does anybody know who
Denver.
Denver's going to have the
Yeah,
home?
they're the 1 seed. Tom,
Right, you're right.
if Denver and Miami play, what is your pick and how many games?
Denver in 6.
If Denver and the Celtics play, what is your pick?
I'd say Denver in 6, either one.
Terry, if Denver and Miami play?
It's Denver in 6.
Denver and the Celtics?
Go ahead and say it.
Yeah, Boston in 6.
I got Denver sweeping Miami. And I got Denver giving up 1 to the Celtics.
I don't think they'll sweep them.
Me and Zach both have them sweeping Miami.
You are talking about a team make their first trip. Never been there, never done this. You know how it goes? Tom, it's like any other sport. First time you get there, you're wondering. Second time you get there, you win it.
So when Jordan got to the finals his first time, he faced Magic Johnson and James Worthy and the great Vlade Divac.
Yeah.
Joker will be looking at Jimmy Butler or a dude from Duke.
Zeller.
Or Duncan Robinson or Cody Zeller. I'm not sure if he's going to be worried about.
The only reason why I bring up
any of that
NC State struggles is, Terry, you cannot judge what the regular season, postseason. A lot changes. Even you made my point for me by talking about the injury. You're like, oh, look what they did to him in the regular season. That means zero, nothing.
So
nothing.
So as soon as
when we got to the tournament, we had to win the tournament to make it.
Right, but you're still saying, look what we did in the regular season. If you look at what they did in the regular season,
But you're talking about a team that lost a 25-point score, and you're saying they lost. Well, here 5 out of 6. Well,
that's right.
Derek
They lost
Whitberg
5 out of
never
6.
played.
And they lost to Virginia in the regular season by 8.
Zach, tell him to be quiet.
No,
Cut him
I'm
off.
just saying. And they were swept by Virginia in the regular season. But then in the postseason, they beat them. So by your calculus, you'd say, well, there's no way that NC State's going to beat Virginia. They swept them in the regular season.
No, we knew what happened. We knew what we had to do. It was simple.
No, Terry. You said the regular season should gauge what happens in the playoffs.
Make a
NC
difference.
State was swept by Virginia and then beat them in the tournament. And
Tom.
Okay, so you can't just say that since we did well against them in the regular season.
That's not what we're saying here. What I said was, in the regular season, we lost Derek Whitberg. Yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. Now, wait a minute. Listen to me. We lost Derek Whitberg. We lost 5 out of 6 because we lost a 25-point score. But then when we come back, we become as good as anybody out there that we would have not lost that 5 out of 6 if he had been playing. So he comes back, we're back to healthy, our whole team's healthy, we win the tournament and then go on to win the NCAA. At that point in time, we're as good as anybody in the country.
What game?
We're as good as Michael Jordan. We're as good as Ralph Sampson. We're as good as anybody in the country.
When did Wittenberg come back?
Like 2 games before the end of the year or 3 games.
Well, they lost 2 out of the last 3.
Well, I mean, he just come back from being hurt.
So he was hurt.
God.
He had just come back from being hurt. There's always something else.
I'll put it to you like this. No, I'll put it to you like this. If we want to talk that junk like that, who's getting ready to
change the subject?
Who's getting ready to come back from Miami? Who's getting ready to
done.
come back from Miami? And they think he's going to be the greatest thing when he gets back on the court. Hero. No, he's not. Hero's going to make no difference in any game that he comes back in now.
Terry, you cannot be hired by the movie studios.
I mean, it's that simple.
This is a hero coming back to save the day, and you're shooting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what Miami.
Here.
That's what Miami's
Nobody
saying.
needs a hero.
He's been shooting.
Yeah, there you go.
With his other hand.
That doesn't mean
try to come back.
Oh, good God!
There you go. He's trying to come back to save them.
Yeah, okay.
He might as well sit over and drink martinis.
I'm just telling you. When your hero came back, you lost 2 out of 3. So I mean, it's fine.
He's
Terry.
not gonna be your hero at the
fine.
start.
That's
right,
Terry. It's fine. I'm
you
merely
lost, Tom.
saying.
So
I'm
as soon
merely
as the
saying
Lakers
you
get swept,
cannot-
Zach,
You lost.
He says his original point was what?
Oh,
Since
God.
they did well against them in the regular season, they're going to beat them in the playoffs. And I just say that's bullcrap. There's a lot of factors at play. You lose this argument because you have no argument. You're just talking
There's
circles.
no way I can lose that argument.
all right. So Zach, when the Lakers got swept, instead of us getting to talk about LeBron getting swept, the next day everyone has to hear about LeBron's foot is hurt.
Yeah,
and he might retire.
Well, the coach of Denver
that's a
kept
deflect. That's a deflect.
Complaining about that.
I got to carry my broom around the school and sit on my LeBron fans. How many
times?
Who's the coach of Denver? Who's the coach of Denver?
Mike Malone.
Yeah, he's the one that's been raising Cain because he says, hey, I don't want to hear no more about the Lakers. He said every time we kept beating them, all I was hearing about what the Lakers were going to do.
Well, everybody says LeBron don't have any help. And that team that they had assembled after the trade deadline was a good team. I agree,
because
100%.
He doesn't have any help because Anthony Davis sucks.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
What a joke.
We all said that. If Anthony Davis don't play, the Lakers do not win.
That team that they constructed was a very good team, and a team that he plays well with. So there you go. You got swept. I like that.
Well, I did say it, that Tom brought that up. So Tom is a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, and he's walking around with a broom swept. And then so I saw a thing on Twitter the other day, and Zach, we've talked about this in the past, and the question was which team won't put up a LeBron statue, and it had a LeBron and I'm trying to find it because I was going to pull it up for you guys to see because it was funny. They made statues of him already with AI, but they had a LeBron Heat statue, a LeBron Cavs statue, and a LeBron Lakers statue. And they're arguing about putting his statue up over each one. And I'm like, well, Tom's a Cavs fan, and he's walking down the hall with a broom. Does he want a statue of LeBron? Tom, do you want a statue of LeBron in front of the stadium?
Well, they hurt my feelings twice, and no.
Okay.
I think everybody's gonna feel like that.
That's where I feel about it. I'm not even in this fight, but if a guy chooses to leave your franchise twice, why would you even? I definitely wouldn't have a statue of him, but I would even question the retiring of his jersey number. Like, why would that even be? Like, what player has ever left a team voluntarily like that? And say, I'm going to go win somewhere else because I can't win with you guys.
No.
And then those guys be like, you know what? Let's retire your jersey. You're a good guy. We're going to miss you. Has it ever happened?
And not even on his team. This is like his hometown.
Right.
I mean, it goes even deeper than that.
So the Miami, they were like, well, he's definitely, Miami. Well, Miami's got Michael Jordan's number retired, and you left them and said, well, I'm going somewhere else better. So, why would he? I don't know why it would be down there.
I don't think they retire his. I mean,
Lakers,
statue. Excuse me, they might retire.
And then the Lakers.
I mean, I think Wade would get it
with one championship.
Amen.
Wade would get it more than anybody else.
Amen.
He was their guy.
D-Wade
I agree.
Yeah,
he's a statue,
and he deserves it for what he did to make LeBron who he was.
Mm-hmm. He's going to get the statue down there, and people would accept that way more than they would LeBron's statue. I don't think the Lakers could care less about. Yeah, they got a championship with LeBron in the COVID year. They don't even.
Is Miami retiring Shaq's number or putting up a statue for him?
They're not.
No.
I mean, Shaq was in Miami and won a championship. But like that's what these guys, the kids today, think you get your number retired, Tom, just because you played for a team and you're good. Like they're talking about, they were arguing. This is the argument now. Whose number is Denver going to retire? Carmelo Anthony's or Jokic? This is a real argument in Denver.
I don't know if y'all saw this. Did you see the call?
Are they going to retire Carmelo's number? He said, "I want out of here."
Yeah.
Did you see the George Karl tweet to him about happy
I'm
retirement?
Sure.
He says, "Happy retirement. You're a great scorer. You're top 10 Denver Nugget."
Did he say
top 10 Denver Nugget?
Sometimes you have to put them in their place. I mean,
oh, it was great.
But everybody thinks because I played basketball in 2000, I'm better than everybody who's ever dribbled a basketball. Just everybody's ever done it.
Well, I've never enjoyed watching Carmelo Anthony play anyway.
The only time I watched Carmelo,
he could score 30, but he'd give up 30.
The only time I liked watching Carmelo is when he played for the U.S. basketball team, and he was a different player when he suited up for those guys than he was in the NBA.
I don't have any fun NBA stats and stuff today from my Twitter stuff. I got some good baseball stuff. I guess the boring people in baseball ain't got nothing to do but post some good stuff there. Any other final comments before we move on, fellas?
Not in the NBA Finals. Just pull for Boston tonight and say it's over come Monday.
Oh, my
Boston.
God. All right, quick program update. The Xfinity Series race today has been moved up. Start time is 11:30 a.m. here on WCSL. 92.9 FM for you NASCAR fans out there. They are going to race today, 11:30 a.m. Xfinity Series here on KTC Broadcasting. We'll be back in a few minutes. KTCBroadcasting.com.
We're going back. I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron in Carolina Country, WCSL, as we broadcast live again this Saturday from 3 to 7 p.m. at the all-new Seafood Club, located at 2930 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia in Franklin Square. The Seafood Club features the lowest prices around on crab legs in all of Gaston County. Check out the great lunch specials starting at $10, and they have a full bar with all of your favorite drinks. And they have music. Thursday night is karaoke night with live music on Friday and Saturday nights. Be sure to come see us and register to win some great prizes, including a $50 gas card, free rounds of golf, free movies, free t-shirts, and enjoy some fresh seafood samples. So plan now to be there this Saturday afternoon and evening at the all-new Seafood Club. Again, we'll be there from 3 to 7 p.m. for a live radio remote broadcast. The Seafood Club, 2930 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia in Franklin Square. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
Register your dad in this year's KTC Broadcasting WhatsUpShopper.com Father's Day giveaway. Some lucky dad will win a $500 shopping spree at one of our local merchants. Register today at Sheila Sheds on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Jumpin' Jeds in downtown Falston, at Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, at Highway 27 West Restaurant, Highway 27 West in Vale, at H&M Industries, Highway 74 West of Shelby, at Honda Motorcycles on Highway 74 East in Shelby, at Shelby Meat and Discount Groceries on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Carolina Furniture Mart on North Aspen Street in Lincoln, at This and That Trading Post on the Dallas High Shoals Road in Dallas, and at Parker Family Feed, Highway 18 North in Bellwood. The drawing will be held Friday, June 16th. Register your dad today. He could be our $500 Father's Day shopping spree winner.
A gas leak can be a killer. Just a small pinhole in a gas line put together with a small spark, and the unthinkable can happen. Now you can get a whole home gas line inspection by calling Today's Pro in Shelby. They'll be more than happy to come out and detect any gas leak that could lead to a disaster for your home. And with summer around the corner, see Today's Pro in Shelby for your pool supplies. And yes, they do pool water tests, and they can fill your propane tanks. Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-600-8393. Online at todayspro.com. Like them on Facebook too. Have you been to the big new greenhouse at Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply in Lincoln? You better hurry on in. They've got it all. See their famous hanging baskets and big jumbo ferns. Also knockout and drift rose bushes. You'll find spruce and Japanese maples, along with all kinds of vegetable and flowering plants and garden seeds too, and beautiful bloody hydrangeas at Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrothershardware.com. Like them on Facebook too.
Hey, Black Knight, I'm thinking about a change in my career.
You want to be a truck driver?
Absolutely.
Well, stop into American Professional Driving Services today. They will give you all the information you need from an experienced and professional staff.
That sounds great.
Tim will get you moving in the right direction.
Stop in today at American Professional Driving Services at 1323 East Gaston Street, Lincoln, in front of the YMCA. Call 980-429-2044 or toll free at 1-855-85-DRIVE. Check their website out at www.americancdlpro.com.
When it's time to go, make sure your car is ready to go with a stop in at On The Go Quick Lube on Highway 18 north of Shelby. Of course, they do oil changes featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil and diesel truck fuel filters. And they sell name brand tires like Toyo, GT Radial, and Hankook, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. They do brake work and are a North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head to On The Go Quick Lube, 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby.
Tune in for Down Home with Milton Baker, Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the guys. They're probably going to be talking a little bit more sports. I wouldn't know. I'm not into sports. I don't even watch sports. I mean, I watch tennis every now and then, but even with tennis, I don't really watch that now because I don't have any way to watch it. But, they talk about sports, and me, I just kind of sitting here and just kind of stare into space and think about what the world would be like if I just decided to go off into the world and see what would happen. They wouldn't survive without me, but you never know. They'll get somebody else to push a button, I guess.
Thank you for being open and candid with your thoughts, JP.
I don't know what's going on in there, but happy McDonald's breakfast. Thank you, JP, for picking up our breakfast, Mr. Kuthan in the game.
I think JP might have had some magic mushrooms on his.
That's what it sounds like. He's got somebody on speakerphone listening to him right now, so I don't know what's going on. He's like, I think he's playing a joke on us right now. He's streaming on his Twitch or something.
Yeah, I saw.
All right, so I've got a quiz for you guys. Here's my magic quiz of the day. This means nothing really, but the college basketball report put together. This is what the perfect college basketball program. Look at Zach. Don't look over there. Would look like, and they picked out different parts of a program, like head coach, fan base, student section, fan loyalty, school, mascot, campus, fight song. What would be the best basketball program in the nation if you put all this stuff together? And we're going to see if you guys agree, disagree, see if you guys can guess some of this stuff. Who do you think they had as the best head coach in college basketball?
All time?
Right now.
Self.
Right now.
Terry's right. I'm just not even wasting time. Bill Self was picked as the head coach. Who's got the best fight song in college basketball?
Michigan.
Terry is 2 for 2. Did he look
He's
at my
probably
screen?
already looked at it. Yeah.
Who's got the best campus? Terry's waiting on somebody else to answer.
Who's got the best campus?
Yeah, in college basketball.
Probably said like Carolina or Duke or something like that.
Durham?
That Duke's got a nice campus.
Yeah, Durham's got a beautiful campus, Tom. Zach, you got a guess?
Miami?
No.
You're closer than Duke. Durham, North Carolina. Terry, what you got?
I can't say a word.
Southern Cal.
Terry, you're 2 for 2. You got to guess.
That's
You
all
got to
right.
make 3 out of 3.
I'm just going to
Terry, I got
leave
12
on
more
that.
of these. You're not just going to skip all 9
He's
of them.
already looked at it. That's why he knows. He's already looked.
Terry, who's got the best campus in college basketball? Are you not playing the game anymore?
I'm out.
What?
He can't remember the rest of it. Too.
The best campus in college basketball, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Come on, Tom.
Are you talking the city the college is in or the campus?
It says the best campus.
That's what he said. He said, what best campus?
So, I mean, why does
he
it have
didn't
to
say
be
go
like,
to Hawaii.
No, you said Durham. I was like, well, the campus is
Which
not
part of
on
Durham
this.
is nicer than the campus in Hawaii? Which street, Tom?
I've never been to either one.
Well,
so I don't know.
if you're betting, if you're going to argue with me about Durham and Hawaii campus, we're not going to do good.
I'm arguing
band
what the question is. Is it the city?
It says campus.
Is it the city? Well, I mean, you're arguing the city because I said Duke and you said Durham.
Nothing in the city of Durham is nice.
But that's not the campus. The campus is within the city.
In Durham,
not the city itself.
Is it in Durham?
I'm done.
I am too. It's a god awful place to be, and you're like, it might be as good as Hawaii.
Next.
Who's got the best mascot?
Ooh,
Brutus the Buckeye.
God Almighty. That's not a cooking side dish. Terry, you got a guess?
I have no idea.
Zach? Now, this is not
let's
bad.
go with the Tar Heel.
No, the mascot one, that was the Oregon Duck. A lot of people love
I
the
remember
Duck.
that now. Look
But,
at that,
Terry, I'm going to give y'all props on this one. I love the wolf.
Wolfpack is cool.
And he got the Miss Wolf, too. Because that's what it just makes it funny because there's a Miss Wolf and she's and there's 2 of them. I like them. I like states, branding and everything else. Y'all just suck at sports. That's the only thing. The best the best school in college basketball. School, as in learning, Tom.
Stanford.
You didn't have Duke on that one, huh?
No.
Fought for their campus, but not for their
I didn't fight for their campus.
for their research
A lot of people
department.
like their campus. That's all I'm saying.
Today, you got a guess?
Best school
Yeah.
for learning.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. If I had to pick, I'd say Harvard.
Tom's right. Stanford hit the spot. The best brand in college basketball.
But we're going to say Duke.
Nope.
UCLA.
Kentucky. I would argue with Zach on this one Because this is why. They only have 9,000 people that fit in their stadium. They're vastly over. There's way more Tar Heel fans than Duke fans in the state. Most of their fans are from New Jersey. So the fact of the matter is their brand is so good that nobody in their state likes them, but everyone in a different state does. That's pretty good branding, I think, to make someone from New Jersey like you. So congratulations. I'll give Duke a props on that one, even though they didn't win it. But let's go with student section. And I don't know who this is, but we're going to guess. I was going to say this. What is GCU? Purple. GCU says student section. Anybody know?
Nope.
Terry, you got to guess?
I'm going to be honest, man. If Duke
That's what I thought.
Why would that not be?
I thought Duke just because how crazy that place is and it's so
Well,
small.
we're going to have to look this up, but it's Grand Canyon.
That don't make sense to me.
Grand Canyon University.
I'll put Duke against them any day.
Got that. Well, I would say Duke loses some demerits because they do say some awfully bad things. They crossed the line a little bit.
Well, they all are from New Jersey, so
they are. Fan loyalty went to the Auburn Tigers basketball program. Y'all know anything about that?
I didn't even know they had a basketball program.
Is that just something wrong? I don't.
Charles Barkley.
This is College Basketball Report. They got a million followers and stuff, and this is what they posted. The best arena and best atmosphere went to the same school. Kansas Jayhawks. Best arena. You agree with that, Terry?
No.
Who would you have the best arena?
North Carolina State.
The non-biased. Best arena.
Okay. Non-biased. Best arena? Oh, man, I don't know. I mean,
is it Kansas? I mean, they got Kansas, the field house.
I'd end up being biased again because I'd pick another ACC school.
You'd pick Carolina, wouldn't you?
Yeah. There's some schools I would not even go and play on their court, like Oregon.
Carolina has 20,000 seats. So
why would you not play in Oregon, Terry?
Because of the court, how it looks sometimes. It looks dingy and dark, and I wouldn't even go there. I'd decline.
Okay.
So Kansas gets the best arena atmosphere. Zach, best color scheme goes to
Carolina.
Yep.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Why?
Best color scheme, Terry.
I'm shocked at that one. I was thinking
that's what they're famous for is the Carolina blue.
No, I like it. I'm just saying I was.
All right, the last one, the number one fan base in college basketball, the Duke Blue Devils.
I thought you just got through telling us a minute ago they didn't have nobody.
I just ripped them apart. They don't, and that's why I said that's why I want to talk about
brand is better than base.
These stupid people that do these things. Whoever did this, Terry, do they live in North Carolina?
No,
they don't know nothing. They have Duke as the fan base. They're from New York or New Jersey or Boston, wherever this person who put this is together from. Just stupid. In the Grand Canyon University. Grand Canyon.
Who ever heard of them?
Grand Canyon. Good job, guys. Good job.
You never heard of the Grand Canyon?
Not the university.
I guess it's down in the
local community college.
I guess it's down in the bottom of the canyon, so they probably won't get the best. They're not Hawaii. We'll say that.
All right, Jay.
Down at the bottom of the canyon.
How am I on breaks? We behind or we good? He's in there talking. All right. Well, since he's not.
This is working hard.
All right. Listen. All right. We'll skip to baseball. We won't worry about it. All right. So,
baseball.
A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned this a few weeks back. Do you remember me bringing up the Atlanta Braves bobblehead nights? And we talked about Outcast. Do y'all remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said it's going to be the biggest bobble night ever, right? I was right about this one. Here's the bobblehead. Outcast bobblehead in Atlanta, folks. This is 2 hours before the game, standing in line, waiting on the Outcast bobbleheads. 15,000 of these went out to the first 15,000 fans got these bobbleheads. But the line, 2 hours before the game, was outrageous. I've been looking through the Twitter, watching people say line. They're singing Outkast songs in line. It's just the biggest night in Atlanta history, basically. Tom, I told y'all this was going to be the one. Wish we had someone there for that night, but we didn't. But
at least they know how to put butts in seats.
Outcast bobblehead night. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, the people are coming for that one. It's the guys in Braves uniform. Andre and my mind went back. Big Boy, Andre and Big Boy in the red Cadillac. Convertible Cadillac bobblehead. That's just a cool bobblehead no matter what, much less they're giving away for free. So yeah, Rays fans got the treat of the night with that a few nights ago. All right, let's go to another baseball point. Do y'all want to see the ejection of the year? And we'll see that at the end of the game. Yeah, all right, this one's fun. Yeah, and this is just annoying Tom. He hates my fun stats like this. Bennett Sousa is the only Major League Baseball player whose first or last name starts or ends with USA. Happy Memorial Day weekend, Bennett Sousa. You can use that one in class, Tom?
Probably not.
All right, Tom, this one really is for you. It is crazy that everyone in this photo, the FBI allegedly murdered. Let Tom take a good look at this picture. Old baseball photo, Al Kaline batting. LBJ, Jimmy Hoffa, Larry O'Brien, and JFK's watching on, Tom.
I think Hoffa and JFK, you might have an argument. Not for Johnson. Johnson just drank himself to death.
This says the rest of them, including Kaline and Larry O'Brien.
Yeah.
They're all gone. All right, there was your Braves and your fun baseball stuff. But since JP didn't catch us, I'm done with that. All right, Terry, how's your Royals?
We won one game last week. We made
Cleveland
it up to
beat the Cardinals last night.
Well, I'm going to tell you,
Not
Oakland didn't win
much
any.
this year.
Cardinals must have won some games.
They did.
Their record's better.
They did.
Cleveland still.
They picked up a couple
Tom,
this
they're
week.
the first game in the National League to get to 30 losses. We're on a roll.
Yeah, but their wins are like they were really awful not too long ago. Cleveland's just not.
Hey, Blind Squirrel finds out. You know what, Terry? No matter how bad we can be, the Cincinnati Reds will always be worse. Thank you, Cincinnati, for participating this year. We won 6-4, Tom, and they went 4-6, and we jumped them. They must be. That's awful. We're bad. All right, Dodgers in first in the West. Diamondbacks behind them by a game and a half. San Francisco still over 500, 4.5 back. Central Brewers are in first by a half game over the Pirates. Bravos 4.5 over the Mets. Mets 2 games over 5, or technically whatever, 1 game over 5-2. We could make an argument on that's that fuzzy math we can argue about. Marlins 500 even. Let's see.
Here we are. The East still over the Central, guys.
Yep.
How long can that continue to be like that?
Apparently all year.
Is that not a disgrace to the Central?
That's pretty bad.
Yes.
I mean, we're
talking
the
American
sixth
League
place
professional
team,
radio.
and that our number one team in the Central is 6th place in the East.
How's the Oakland A's doing on? Because Kansas City's got
10.
15 wins,
Yeah,
so they've got 10 wins. I was wondering
they
if
didn't win a game.
They went 1-9.
Ooh, that's bad.
In the last 10.
We're 7 games behind the next team in front of us.
I you talk about conspiracy theories. I think they're, I hate to do that, but they're tanking so the fan base dies off, so nobody complains when they go to Las Vegas.
If you think, though, I mean, Kevin brought up something, and this has been 3 or 4 weeks ago about the teams who do not have $1 million guy on their team.
$100 million guy.
Yeah, there's Chicago, there's Kansas City, and there's Oakland. Where are we at? At the bottom. All of us are at the bottom.
Gotta pay the good players. It's just baseball. You can't the having the no salary cap just basically means that your lower teams. Yes, you might have a flash in the pan championship every once in a while, but for the majority of their existence is not going to be competitive, is it, Terry? I mean, how can it be? If y'all can't or won't spend $100 million for a player, and we're going to say no salary cap, and everybody just spend whatever you want, then you got 25 players on the roster. So the Yankees want to spend $250 million or $1 billion, whatever, and you guys can't afford but 500. It's not even close to fair.
I mean, look at this. Chicago this week went 7-3. The number one team went 3-7. They picked up 4 games on them, and they're only 5 back. And they're 9 games under 500.
Look at Oakland's differential. They're minus 187 runs or so.
So if you look at the
standings, and now Detroit's
folks,
jumped over the Guardians.
East and Central are in complete order. All 5 teams in the East are above the teams in the Central. So you got Tampa, Baltimore, Yankees, and the Red Sox in the East. Over Minnesota's in first in the Central. They are over 500, and then the rest Central under. Out West, 4 teams over 500, and the A's sitting in dead last. I'm going to look at something real
Look
quick.
at that.
I'm
23 and a half games back.
10-43.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go back there. So we'll look at the fraudulent Los Angeles Angels. We were talking about how they are. 5 of their wins are against the A's, so they would be under 500. Well, they got 2 losses, so they'd be 1 game over 500 if it wasn't for their playing against the A's. I was just curious how many of these wins in the West are just A's just losing games to their division. We're not at equal. They're still not doing balanced schedule yet, right? That's next year. Anyone? Do y'all know? You're supposed to balance the schedules out, so you're not playing.
Oh, well, you're playing everybody?
For most, it's as close as they can get, so you're not playing 90 games in your division, and or whatever it used to be, 60 or 70. So, all right. Any other news and notes, guys, on the baseball stuff?
Not too much to talk
early
about
in the season.
With my team.
Not too much to talk about for your team, Terry?
No.
Well, Tom, your Indians got a chance to make
playoffs. I saw them play the Mets and lose a bunch of one-run games. They just can't hit. They don't have enough. I mean, hitters are expensive, and you don't spend the money, you're not going to be able to hit. So, did get a win over your Cardinals last night, though, Kevin. I was proud of them. What was that?
It's 2 bad teams.
That's like, what'd you say, 2 hogs fighting over an acorn?
It's not probably not fun to watch, whatever it was. Well, was it? Did the team score a lot of runs, or was it?
I think it was 6-4 or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'd looked at it this morning.
Gotcha.
I said I would rub it in Kevin's face, but it won't be any fun. Both of them are so bad.
Listen, can't beat Yadier Molina. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
All right. Before we go, this is the ejection of the year. Have you seen this one, guys? Yes, no.
No.
Yeah, I saw it.
You have, Tom?
Yeah, I saw it.
Terry?
No.
Who gets ejected here, Terry, if you're guessing? Coach, pitcher, batter, or catcher?
I don't
know.
Watch the catcher. Don't know what he said. He's ejected. And he's like, peace out. Gone goes his helmet. Gone goes his glove. Oh, and the double birds!
What in the world?
If he does that, he's done something really bad.
He was ejected before the double birds come out.
Yeah.
The umpire
if
threw
he
him out.
double birded the ref at that age, he said something really bad when he threw that guy out.
He got thrown out right here.
Yeah.
The ball went in the outfield. I guess he probably said the F word, maybe.
He got the strike call.
Right.
So that's something.
And he threw it to third, which got over the third base, got by. The throw got wild at third, if you can see that. And then the catcher said so. I guess he cussed. I don't know if he cussed the third baseman or whatever. The umpire throws him out. And the kid just takes his helmet off, says something back, throws his glove.
Oh, yeah. He's
chest, and then the double birds.
And every parent up in the stand going, whose kid's that?
Yeah.
That's third base coach. There it is, Terry.
Yeah. Whose kid's that?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, not the parent acting bad, but
the sad thing for that is he come out of that and threw a bullet down the third base line to be that age.
I don't know if he's probably mad at his third baseman.
I'm sure he was
for not catching the ball.
I'm just telling you,
bad attitude.
You don't, unless the catcher's a jerk, you don't want to throw your catcher out.
No, you don't.
They probably don't have another one.
Well, we'll be back in a few minutes. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Kathy Moore, the new owner of Papa's Pizza to Go in Cherryville, invites you to come see them. They are now open 11 a.m. till 9 p.m., Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in or take out at Papa's Pizza to Go. Just call 704-435-6335 and enjoy their big buffet on Wednesdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. until 7:30. It's all you can eat. Check out their new menu with pizza, subs, wings, salads, and more. And check out the new games, too, in the game room. Papa's Pizza to Go, 1002 East Main Street in Cherryville. Online at papaspizzatogo.com and like them on Facebook, too.
Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Here comes Alfredo. Wants the lead, and he's going to get it off 4.
The Alsco Uniforms 300.
Hill is on the bottom in turn 2. Following right in his tire tracks, Parker Kligerman. Couple of Chevys up front, leading the way. Brandon Jones on the bottom, Austin Hill to the top. Kligerman
tournament goes around as Austin Hill wins this race.
It's the Alsco Uniforms 300, Saturday, May 27th at 12:30.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Keep your cool with a new Samsung refrigerator from Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Just arrived a big new truckload of Samsung refrigerators starting at only $9.99. These come with a 1-year warranty. Come get yours today before they're gone. And they still have a few Speed Queen washers and dryers too. Save big now at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They've just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. At Full Throttle Power Sports, located at 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Laurel, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Check out the new arrivals this week at Cars, Trucks, and Credit in Lincoln. Just arrived a 2005 Toyota Matrix, $12.99 down. Also a 2007 Toyota Matrix, $11.99 down. Cars, Trucks, and Credit in Lincoln. That's a 2011 Honda Accord at $14.99 down. And also a 2006 Honda CR-V at $17.99 down. That's Cars, Trucks, and Credit, 604 Clark Drive in Lincoln, online at ctcautosports.com and whatsupshopper.com.
Fatback's Tire and Auto in Dallas is now All Ray Tire Center of Dallas. All Ray Tire has just purchased Fatback's, and they invite you in for the best, and we said the best, tire deals in this area. They do it all, from an oil change to a tune-up to all types of engine repair to brake work too. And they're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 on Saturday. Again, Fatbacks is now All Ray Tire of Dallas, located at 814 Lower Dallas Highway in Dallas. Also with locations in Cherryville, Shelby, Forest City, and Morganton. Serving their community since 1975.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sport with Kevin and the gang. They're talking a few more sports.
Few more sports.
Few more.
You know, JP, if you'd sit there and take notes, well, we talked NBA, we talked NFL. What are they going to talk about next?
Why would I take notes?
It's got to be golf.
Hey, as long as we got his picture up in front of him, we're good.
Yep. Long
right, JP.
Long as it's golf. That's all that matters. All right, PGA Championship this week. How outstanding was what we saw from the amateur, well, not amateur, the local tour pro, not the local pro, but a local tour pro.
He did great last week, and he's horrible this week.
Well, a little bit different.
Not his home course.
No, that wasn't his home course. He was from California, so that was not his home course.
Okay.
New York was not his home course. He's played in 25 events before. He's won the California PGA Professional of the Year like 8 of the last 9 years. So he's not that bad a player named Michael Block, but
like Tony Romo when he came out probably.
But it is a local course pro qualifying and then getting into the top 15 of the tournament. And what was so outstanding about it, was you guys watching it any Sunday? Did you watch it? Was you watching it live when he hit the hole in one?
I saw replay. Okay,
I was watching it live, and I mean, I've never seen anything, I don't think, in golf like that.
It broke the hole.
The fact, I mean, just everybody's watching this guy. The story of it, it's Tin Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the Tin Cup story. I mean, the Tin Cup, local professional at a driving range, qualified for the U.S. Open, and then he sits there and he had a run for the championship. You know, this is a movie, obviously, but this is just like watching a real movie. And then when he slam dunked it, and then he looked at it, and he couldn't see it.
He was playing Roy.
Right, he couldn't even see the hole. He didn't know it went in, and then they had to tell him it went in. Just think how much cooler it had been for him to actually see it just slam dunk in the hole. But just, you know, that might be, and I was talking to one of our guys here, Matt. I was trying to, I don't know why I lost Matt's name just now. I'm sorry, Matt, if you're listening. I'm an idiot. Matt Blanchard used to be a PGA Tour caddy, works for us. Me and him were talking about it the other day, and how that's one of the, if not one of the greatest moments in golf / PGA history. The fact that hole in one when he hit that, and And then at the end of the day, at 18, he misses 18. He hits it over in the rough and he saves it. And he had to get that to qualify for next year's.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff.
He had to get 50,
so he had to get up and down and hit that putt. Now, think about that. To hit that putt, to qualify that, he needed the hole-in-one. So it's not like, hey, I made it and I had a hole-in-one. He had to have a hole-in-one on 15 to qualify for all this. And then all of his dreams, I mean, just the money and the stuff that's coming in.
And he gets to play in the Canadian Open, a couple other events.
Right.
Opens up for him. He's going to be playing next week again.
And I'm pretty sure he'll get a call. So he's going to get, as long as sponsors want him in their tournaments right now, and he stays the hot name or hand, they're going to have him come in and get some sponsors exemptions.
He might even get some local sponsor stuff.
Well, right, like the sponsors exemptions that some of the guys get and stuff. So he's going to get in some of that. So I just wanted the hole-in-one. Me watching, I think that's the greatest golf moment I've seen live. In my life.
How hard is it to do that without hitting the flag and everything else where it bouncing off? It's got to be perfect. It's got to be boom.
And messed up his hole, and he said, well, they might have to delay it, Terry, to fix it. I think Rory actually lipped one out on that hole because they couldn't repair it while he was sitting there playing, and he kind of missed it. But anyway,
Rory probably wasn't upset after what happened with that, because I think he asked Roy, did that go in?
Right. So anyway, he played this weekend. Did not make the cut. Came in last.
Shot 81-74, I believe.
But Tom, he did have the shot of the tournament. Did you see that?
No. Yeah, so, off the bridge.
Michael Block off. He hits it into a weird zone that's classified as a penalty zone, but there's grass and stuff around. So I don't know if it's just a walking area for fans. I'm not familiar with it at all. So he goes dead right here. This is him teeing off, and that's a normal, almost straight drive. It's just the hole goes left. So you see he lands in the fairway and then bounces over here in the rough. Oh, catches the cart path and no, and it don't come back.
It actually stops.
It stops going on the upside of the bridge,
like North Wilkesboro.
on the old pavement. So at that point he was +2 at this point. So he gets down here and they try to figure out what to do. They talk about it a few minutes, get a ruling from the official. They can go back and drop, but where he's at, where his drop is, he doesn't have a shot at the green, Tom. So he decides, well, I've got these old busted up irons anyway. Don't think much going to matter if I scratch one up right here.
Or you could just putt it off the bridge.
Well, what are you going to do, put it behind that tree?
Just putt it.
That's why you're not a caddy.
Well, if you putt it, could he not put it hard enough to roll it out and get it past?
Yes. Or you could pull out your wedge and high hook it over this tree onto the green.
Yeah, that club's in the trash can after this shot.
What? You don't care what you block off the bridge over the creek. Well, he's on. There's not much of a creek there. That's why it's like a penalty area with grass. That's what was weird about it. Is where he had to drop. He would have been behind those trees where he's kind of at. So they thought this is the only shot he had. I didn't know he took this long to actually hit it, but he did. But he's going to hit.
This is taking play it where it lies to an extreme.
Yep, you got to sometimes. And boom, over the trees. Look a little bit left. You see the tower over to the left of the trees, and boom.
That'll work.
Right in front of the green. His partner stuck one about 6 inches away from it, but that's the shot of the tournament so far. Everybody's talking about.
Gosh, you think his phone's big enough?
That's got 100. That's probably not his phone. That's
okay.
That's his.
It's a book.
That's his yardage. That's his yardage book.
I was like, my gosh, is his phone big enough?
You can never have a big enough phone.
Oh, yeah. Tom's phone got the biggest phone in the world. Show you, Tom.
Got an iPad for a phone.
Tom's iPad folds.
And then we have so I can watch TV at night.
That's awesome.
Watch TV on that.
Terry, what'd you think about all that? Was that?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Play it where it lies, man. Play it where it lies. Can I move it? Play it where it lies.
Isn't Harold Varner leading one of the tournaments this week?
I don't know.
I think so.
Hold on, I'll look that
I mean, when we started speaking of that, I thought that's who we was going to talk about, but then I started, heck, I think he's leading one of them tournaments.
Let's scroll down here. I'll find you leaderboards. I know we're not talking about stuff like that, Terry. We got fun stuff to talk about, like Michael Block hitting it off the bridge. Harry Hall's leading this one, whichever one that one. The Charles Schwab with Harris English, Grillo, Byung Yun Han. I should let you read these, Terry. And Robbie Shelton, you'd have got that one. Let's see. You want to check the Live? Is he on the Live? He's not Live. Yeah, he is. Harold Varner's leading the Live Tour.
How about that?
I'm pretty sure Brooks Koepka. That the joke he's been to like 4 big games this week. The joke was that there's a lot of jokes showing like drunk golfers this week, showing Koepka showing up to the LIV Tour this week with a guaranteed paycheck. He's just going to be hammered. Let's see where he's at in the standings.
He was actually at the Heat game the other day, and he had a Heat jersey that said PGA champ on the back of it. It was awesome.
Varner's up 2 strokes. Where are they at? They're in Washington, D.C. Right now. DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka is even par. So Brooks Koepka is not dead last, but
field +2.
Not doing great. Dead last is Abraham Answer. Chase Koepka is +5. Bubba Watson +4, and Mickelson +2 down near the bottom of that. So yeah, Terry, there you go. LIV Golf, Harold Varner.
I didn't know Varner was in the LIV though. I thought he was
I remember us making that announcement or us talking about it. I couldn't remember, but I remember us talking about it now. I do. But he plays today at 1:15 p.m. I guess. All right. Congratulations to him. All right, when we come back, we got more at KTCBroadcasting.com.
I guess
Head out on vacation this year in your next vehicle from Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop in Kings Mountain. Take a look at a 2016 Ford Explorer XLT with only 67,000 miles and priced at $22,995. Or how about a 2014 Mercedes-Benz GLK 350 with 81,000 miles priced at $19,995. And remember them for all of your automotive and body shop repairs, along with great pricing on tires. Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com and like them on Facebook too.
It's NASCAR's most challenging event. The Coca-Cola 600.
Trouble, 2 cars get together. Ryan Priest is sideways with Chris Buescher. Everybody checks up here.
Those 4 fresh Goodyear shot Chase Elliott out of a cannon on the bottom. He's back out front in the Coca-Cola 600.
Problems along the front stretch.
The Coca-Cola 600. Sunday, May 28th at 5 p.m.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
For over 60 years, Boyd Tire and Appliance has been serving the Clover and surrounding area with the finest quality of home appliances, televisions, lawn equipment and parts, tires, and more. They feature in-house financing with 90 days same as cash, and they service what they sell. Drop by their showroom at 110 North Main Street in Clover, open 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Call 803-222-3231 for Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
Grizzly the Greeter says, get your green thumb ready and head to Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville and save on greenhouses. Now 15% off this month. But that's not all. This month all inventory has been reduced. Metal garages, storage buildings, she sheds, man caves, garages, and more. And ask about their portable decks. And don't forget, you get local delivery and installation. Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware. Online at blessedbuildings-tinyhomes.com.
The big truck has left a bunch of great deals this week at This and That Trading Post in Dallas. A 50-count box of Gain beads for $10 a box. A 31-pack of Tide, regular and free and clear, for $3.75. Scott Clinics is $1.25 a box. Old Spice Clinical Aftershave is $1.25 a bottle. This and That Trading Post has Crest 3D White 2-step whitening strips are $3.25. Banana Boat Ultra Sport Sunscreen is $2.50 a tube. 3x5 embroidered U.S. flags are $9.50, and LED rechargeable flashlights are $3.25. All this week at This and That Trading Post, 3857 Dallas High Shoals Road in Dallas, right across from the trade lot. Hear that? That's the sound of a leaky roof. And if you're experiencing a leaky roof, call on Gaston Roofing. With over 3 generations of experience spanning over 80 years, Gaston Roofing serves Gaston, Lincoln, Cleveland, Rutherford, and York counties with metal roofing and fiberglass shingles. And they feature a lifetime shingles warranty, plus a 7-year labor warranty. They also do siding, doors, and gutters. Gaston Roofing, 1302 West Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. For your free estimate, call 704-861-8166. Online at GastonRoofing.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. We're in the basically the last leg of the race. That was our.
All right, here's your chance, folks. Here's your chance to win. Well, no, they start in 10 minutes. Never mind. Not tonight. We done did that giveaway online. Sorry about that. Xfinity race starts at 11:30 this morning. 11:30 this morning, so that got bumped up this morning. So was going to have some extra tickets to that, but we've already done that giveaway online for the folks. So anyway, let's get back to some more sports talk. Back to the NFL. Not much going on, Zachary. You guys, any news of the Bryce Young? Is he past Andy Dalton yet?
He's getting a lot of passes batted at the line of scrimmage. Shocker.
Are they?
In OTAs. But they're possibly making a run for Hopkins. They're one of the only teams that's got the cap room to sign him.
That's not where he wants to go.
He did not list.
I know he didn't, but he is a South Carolina native.
He did not even list that.
He is a South Carolina native. So
he wants to be with an elite
he probably wants to go with Cowboys.
He listed
no,
the 4
Cowboys
teams.
was not his.
He listed
I
Josh Allen,
Kansas City,
Philadelphia,
yep,
and the Chargers.
No, there's 5 teams.
Herbert was one of them, I know.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him go to Buffalo.
I'm trying to think of who the other one was. There's 5 teams.
With him with Diggs, that'd be pretty.
But I know it was not Dallas. It wasn't Carolina.
Well, if
Cleveland.
these other guys don't ante up the money and Carolina does, guess where he's going?
He says
he'll go where they give him the money.
Well, here's the thing. Because he's not a June 1st cut, he gets all of his $22 million. So now anybody can sign him for the veteran minimum.
They were shocked that they actually cut him that early because after June 1st, they would have saved a lot of money. So it really don't make sense why they done it when they did it.
So
they saved $8 million and something.
I don't think, Zach, this is the type of player you want, but I don't think it's the right time for you guys to spend. Because if you're going to get him there, he's willing to sign something cheap on a good team. To come to the Panthers, you're going to have to pay him $10, $15 million. And do you want to put your cap money into that on a rookie quarterback? If you sign him, is he getting you to the Super Bowl?
No, we definitely make playoffs. But
think so?
We still might make playoffs.
Derek Carr's going to be pretty good down there.
Did you hear who was down there with them?
Gruden.
John Gruden. John Gruden is installing the offense in New Orleans.
Well, that's the report out there. I don't know if that's going to do them much good or not. We'll see. I don't know. Does he get paid or what does that mean? He's installing the offense? I thought
it was really interesting. Him and the head coach has got some history together, so I think it's a friendly thing where he's going down and doing these things. I think he's getting his way back into getting a job somewhere, I believe.
I'm trying to read up it. It don't say any particular reason why Gruden, other than it's just West Coast offense.
Yeah, it is. And it's similar to what Peyton runs.
Is kind of what it's saying.
Yes, it's similar to what Sean Payton runs, what they already had. Carr said he was glad to have that, some familiarity, and the Saints have said that they were going to do everything to make Carr comfortable, call the plays that he likes to call. So.
It's funny.
JP, your mic's on. You and your girlfriend's in there having a nice little talk.
Not really. I don't have a girlfriend.
All right, Zach. Anyway, Panthers. Any other news around the NFL right now, guys? I'm sorry. I've been watching so much in the golf and the basketball and everything right now that
there ain't a whole lot going on.
It's all been
in the
quiet
NFL
on the
right
Western
now.
Front right now. I mean, Hopkins getting cut. I mean, I don't know. But Tom, you got anything on your Brownies?
I just kind of lying in the weeds now. I mean, they've made their moves. So
I know. I'm just almost ready for football to start.
They've made their moves. They think their defensive line is better. We'll see. They think Watson's going to have a good year. They got their receiver from the Jets. They got Moore, and they drafted the big kid from Tennessee. That's supposed to fix the wide receiver issues. And now they're talking about, like, when you start running out of stuff, you start like, well, is Anthony Schwartz going to still be on the team? Well, he's a third-round draft choice from a few years back. So, you start talking about stuff like that. It's just not, like Aaron Rodgers to the Jets type news. Well, his third-rounder that you picked a couple years ago, will he still be on the team? It's like, well, it's not exactly front page.
I don't think
news.
I don't think the former Brown's been signed yet. I hadn't heard Clowney. I think he's still kind of out.
No, I haven't heard. I think that he's not as good as he once was. He's still good.
And his attitude.
But who wants to take on the headache? You know what I mean? I don't know if you want him. I mean, he's basically saying, well, they screw me to help Myles Garrett. I mean, don't go public with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could say that in the locker room. You could say that to the defensive coordinator, but don't say that out in the media, I mean, who wants that extra distraction? It's like Baker was his last year. You know what I mean? Do you really want this shenanigans out there? It's like, that's why Cam Newton can't find a team. It's like, who wants the circus? I mean, for a marginal player that, you don't know how much they're going to help you.
Antonio Brown's trying to get Cam to his football team that he half owns.
Which team is this?
It's one of the arena. I don't know if it's an arena team or.
That's where he should go. He'd make.
Well, no, seriously, like he's actually. Antonio Brown said, "I'll come and play on the team, and we'll have Cam play on the team." That would bring some interest.
You sell tickets?
Yeah, absolutely, you sell tickets, and it'd probably get a prime time game.
Yeah, I remember when Manziel went to the Canadian Football League.
It was a disaster.
And I watched the first pass he threw was an interception.
Might have been pick six.
I think it was.
I think it was too.
Because I was like, all right, let's see what he does. First pass, interception. I mean, like this guy. It's been a while back,
it's been a while.
He's probably about 30 years old now, but oh my gosh. It's just
I think Cam would do immensely better than that.
I would hope.
I think he'd just run around and run over people.
I don't even know. I figured Manziel might be in one of these football leagues. They got the XFL, the USFL.
I think that sealed his deal.
Well, Tom, you're looking at the wide receiver stats for the USFL, and the number one wide receiver in the USFL is East Lincoln's own Sage Surratt. 36 catches on the year in 6 games. He's got 411 yards, the most yards in the league. He's most yards after catch in the league. Only 1 touchdown out of all that, though.
Is Antonio Brown in this fan-controlled league?
I'm not sure.
Because that's where Manziel is.
I don't know.
But what Sage is playing, it blows my mind.
He's tight end.
He's been playing tight end. He switched over to tight end at some point.
I think it's because of his speed that they done that.
Yeah, but is he big enough to play tight end?
How tall is he?
Yeah, especially blocking.
6'3".
Yeah, I mean he's 6'4".
He's 6'4".
Chaz is 6'3", Sage is 6'4". But I at no point would I ever said, can he put on enough weight to be a tight end?
I know when he did. I know when he came out and ran at the combine, he run a slow, like a 4.6 maybe.
Right. He was in that. He was in the slower wide receiver groups. Absolutely. But got great hands and everything.
He does.
I mean, is it in today's offense, Terry, where you got a wide receiver tight end, you just stick him in there just to be close to the end to make your defensive end go wider or something? Like I don't even. Would you? I don't know. You saw him play and see him play basketball and baseball. I mean, I don't know.
He wasn't a big. He wasn't a humongous guy. I watched him play Lincoln a couple times. So,
Terry, tight end.
Well,
it seems to be working well for him.
But he's leading the league.
As long as it's working, that's all that matters.
Leading the league in catches and yards and stuff. They got him. Let me see what they got. We got him listed as 6'3", 215. You can see what Shannon Sharp was, and everybody thought he was little when he was a player. Of course, I click on there. Where's his Wikipedia page and all that? There we go. Shannon Sharp, 6'2", 230. So everybody said Shannon was small, and he was 30 pounds heavier than. I mean, 6'3", 215. That's wide receiver size.
Right.
But it all depends because I mean,
6'3",
Ethan
215
Horton
is a big wide receiver.
Ethan Horton was a running back at Carolina, but when he ended in NFL, he ended up being a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I don't know. Do what's the best for the individual or whoever's kind of guiding him. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. I mean, to me, Tebow would still be in the NFL if he would have took the tight end position.
Average tight end NFL, 6'4", 255.
Yeah, I was going to say they're pretty big. Yeah.
Like, that's 40 pounds away.
Yeah.
He's not getting in the NFL at that size at tight end.
No.
So you had to work.
Pull up Ethan Horton.
If
it ever puts him in.
It's because you don't have the speed
Ethan
to be
Horton's
a
on the
slot
internet,
or
Terry.
anything.
Yeah,
like that.
that's what I'm saying. Well, I guarantee it. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, some people might have forgot him. Yeah. I mean,
I can't with you sometimes. If he's on the internet, huh? Ethan Horton, 6'4", 235.
235. Now he was a
He's
tight
a pretty
end.
big guy.
That's a big running back.
That's a big running back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said because
That's
I
a big
know
running back.
when I had a photo coming
How big
from
was
him
Sequoia?
and Ray Littlejohn, that was the difference between night and day.
6'4", 235. That's a monster coming through there. I mean,
Derrick Henry size. Koye was 6'1", 250.
So Ethan Horton was
is a
bigger than him, really.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it was his pads that made him
height
big.
side. Oh yeah, they had those big, huge giant pads, and it was crazy. All right, there's your NFL news and notes. Any y'all got anything else?
I got one thing to say.
Fun on that. What's that, Terry?
Not about the NFL though.
Go ahead.
Don't forget East Lincoln is in the 3A girls softball state championship coming up.
All right.
They defeated Rockingham County 1-0 in the first game in 8 innings, lost 5-4 when they had to go over to Rockingham, and last night they beat 2-1. They had 2 runs off only 4 hits but 1 error. Rockingham had 1 run off of 5 hits but 2 errors. But East Lincoln, don't forget them in softball this week. And congratulations on Burns on the baseball. So we're supported well here in Lincoln County and Cleveland County with our area teams being in state championships.
Doing well.
I guess next Friday night we should have some sense of a Burns game next Friday night. Then of course next Saturday we'll be able to talk about that. Next Saturday's show, depending on mine and Tom's situation, it may be we may be in different spots. We may not have it. There may be something. Who knows? So next week, follow along on the internet, and we'll let you know exactly what's going on with the schedule and everything. So, folks, thanks for tuning in this week to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. We were going to give you a happy Memorial Day weekend. Now, remember, KTC Broadcasting, we do have sports all weekend this weekend on KTC. We got NASCAR Xfinity racing today has been moved up to 11:30. 11:30 if you're listening right now, 92.9 FM. Philadelphia Phillies and Braves at 4 o'clock. Burns would have been Game 3 tonight. Didn't make it there. Tomorrow, NASCAR Coca-Cola 600 will be sometime tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get the start, Terry. And then the Atlanta Braves play at 7 on WOHS. If not, we may have Coca-Cola 600 coverage Monday on Memorial Day. Stay warm, stay dry. KTCBroadcasting.com.